Here.
I'm 1080p, and goddamn, am I excited! Unfortunately, Dick, I do not have a secondary intro for, so I apologize. But
whatever.
I want you to fuck me, Larry.
This is not a test. This is your emergency broadcast system announcing the commencement of the weekly podcast sanctioned by the government of Wonderland. Swear words of class 4 and lower have been authorized for you.
Yeah.
Oh, good.
Yeah, I got bored.
I was lost.
Anthology series review, episode 107, Tales from the Crypt 310, Mournin Mess. I'm Phoenix West.
Take it.
Hi, Dick. It's been a while since we've done Tales from the Crypt.
It's been a hot second. It's been like what? Has it been a year?
I can look right now. Hold on.
Let's find out. I'm curious. Because I was listening the other night to the animated series Tales from the Crypt that we did.
All right, so this is today's episode right here, 107.
That's ridiculous. You have
Our
a poster,
last one. Yeah, I have
poster board written. You wrote down every episode by hand on a giant poster board.
You know, at first it took me a while. Then once you get caught up, you just go and you're done.
Good. That's crazy.
Let's find out. Episode. Oh my dear fucking god! Tales from the Crypt Keeper on episode 63. But Tales from the Crypt, holy shit!
You know what it was?
Episode 59. Deaths of Some Salesmen.
Salesmen is a Tim Curry episode.
Episode 59. We're on episode 107 now.
Oh my holy god!
I can't show you the John Carpenter and John Frankenheimer ones because look what happens.
Ooh, that's creepy. Look at that. It looks like Eraserhead. Did you have intercourse with him?
No, it's the same poster board that these are made out of.
Mother!
It's the skull. My head's kind of in the way of the eyeball.
You're going to have to live with him.
Yeah. All right, so welcome. Dick, you're like the original, when we first started, you were like the lone holdout that Tales from the Crypt is really good.
And I think there's more than a few bad episodes, but there are a lot of good ones. And I just think because we saw a few good ones that I pointed out. We had the John Lovitz one that we liked. We had the Tim Curry one that we liked. And that was about it.
There's two I watched by myself that were fucking solid.
Right.
And one of them was the one I remember from childhood, and I wish we did that together live because I kept bringing it up with the razor blades and it's the one from the movie.
Right, yeah. This is the blind
movie
man.
One's way better than the actual episode, but
right.
Both of those episodes I watched were really solid, like honestly.
Yeah.
And so it is a little harsh to just dismiss an entire show.
Right.
Especially when I grew up on, Adam grew up on, you grew up on.
Mm-hmm.
But it's not as good as we remember. I don't think even you could say it's not.
No, I would say it's not as good as I remember. I felt like there was more nudity back in the day, and I guess I was probably wrong. I feel like because there's brief nudity, but not like not like Banshee status nudity because that's
Game
ridiculous.
of Thrones.
Yeah, right. Game of Thrones.
Fuck, even the Sopranos so far. God damn.
Well, Sopranos got a lot. Yeah, it has a lot of nudity in Sopranos.
I'll talk about the Sopranos later.
How far are you in that?
We'll talk about it later.
Oh, okay.
I want to bring that up during Nick Cage cast.
Oh, okay. Well, yeah, that makes sense.
There's some crossovers there.
That's true. You're right. Yeah.
But yes.
You can't come in here. You can't bring him in here.
Yeah. So this episode. Oh no! Let me finish off what we're talking about. The nostalgia factor is. I bring it up every time we talk about the show.
Yeah.
But I will just say something different for the first time. It's starting to hit me because we watched some other shows that we were growing up on, and we have to realize that we're in a different time in our lives. So seeing a fleeting boobie isn't the biggest thing in the world to us.
This is true. We've had fleeting boobies in our faces now.
Yes.
In reality. So
had many a fleeting boobie in my face as an adult here in my almost 40s.
Yes.
But so when you watch it, you're not like, oh, this is like when I was 12.
Forbidden fruit.
10, oh God, I was really young when the show came out. And I was watching it when it came out.
Right.
Oh, this episode's 91. I was 7. I was watching this at 7. Like, I don't know. My parents didn't care when we had HBO. Like that was.
I was 9.
Yeah.
91. I was 9. So yeah.
So it was exciting, like in the swearing and like I don't know, it was just a fun.
The
event.
forbidden, the taboo, the forbidden fruit had to be tasted.
Exactly. Oh, don't say tasted. Rita Wilson had to be tasted.
Rita Wilson's ghoulish features had to be tasted.
Her rail thin figure had to be tasted by Steven Weber.
Ah!
Second build on wings.
Stephen Weber's hair had to be tasted. His mullet.
Second under Tim Daly.
And
both
the other
Stephen
and
King
and the wannabe Kathleen Turner, who was not Kathleen Turner.
No, she's
and Vincent Chevalier.
Yeah, I feel like everyone who was on Wings is also on Tales from the Crypt.
You're probably right.
Tony Shalhoub's probably in an episode.
Oh, I wouldn't doubt it.
I'm gonna look it up right now. We might have.
I wouldn't doubt it. I know. Thomas Hayden Church is in Demon Knight, the movie.
Tony Shalhoub, Tales from the Crypt.
Tim Daly, I think, is in an episode of Tales from the Crypt too, or as well.
I'm gonna look it up now. Let's find out if Tony Shalhoub was in Tales from. He's from Tales from Radiator Springs in 2013.
Well, that's much better.
He's not in Tales from the Crypt though.
Well, there goes that theory.
Maybe Roy.
What about Evening Shade? Everybody on Evening Shade was in Tales from the Crypt?
Yeah, definitely.
We always bring that.
Thomas Hayden Church, I think, was in one. I think he did that one, didn't we?
No, Thomas Hayden Church is in Demon Knight.
No, I thought he was in an episode too. Maybe I'm probably just thinking of that.
I think you're just I think that's as good as it gets for him.
Were you here? Sorry about my memory. Were you here when we did Demon Knight?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
And how I played the wrong movie for the first.
Yes. And we're like, wait a minute.
Oh yeah.
That's right. I'm the one that pointed it out.
Called it out.
I was like, wait a minute. This is Bordello.
Okay. I remember that. I need a specific memory to kick in who was here.
Yeah. We all had fun with that one.
Isn't this? I was very quiet. I was like, anyway, so let's watch this now.
I just felt bad for Jansen because he couldn't listen to this movie because we were talking over it because we had all seen it.
Poor guy.
And Jansen's behind on everything. Like he's like 20 years behind culture because he's like, again, he's 12, but still.
He's a decade younger than us and he grew up in like a really conservative household. So didn't get to watch things like we did. His parents wouldn't let him watch The Simpsons, remember?
Yeah, that's so weird to me because my parents were were conservative and we watched Simpsons. We didn't have that problem. We liked comedy. We understood humor. So I don't understand. I never understood that when people were. I didn't come from a censorship background. We embraced everything. We wanted to watch. If it was funny and good, we watched it. Like we didn't have any qualms with that.
Even if as absentee as my parents were, when I told my mom I wanted Comedy Central so I can watch South Park in '97, she was like, "All right, your grades are good. Yeah, that's fine if you want that."
Yeah,
and I got it. And I was like, it didn't like change my life. I was like, I think it's funny.
Right.
And
it's funny. Yeah,
it is.
I just watched the other day on HBO Max the 6 Days to Air documentary on South Park. Remember that documentary?
Yeah. No, they have a documentary.
Yeah, it's from 2011. That's how long ago that was.
Is that the one they're in the hot tub?
No, this is the one where they just got nominated for a bunch of Tonys for Book of Mormon, and they're making the human centipede episode. They're writing that episode.
Human centipede.
The human centipede episode.
Yeah, that I don't know. South Park is the first 4 seasons as an adult are terrible.
Yes, they are. Well, it's dated. It's just this was a different time. Yeah.
Not even dated. It's the fact that they weren't doing. I like the subtle social commentary where suddenly you realize 2/3 of the way through the episode that's what they're doing. Sometimes you realize it early on, but that's part of the humor is watching it escalate.
Right. Yeah.
And that's where that show is great.
Yeah.
But I almost hate saying I like South Park because it's people like that kid. That's like the poop jokes and stuff, and you're like, no, it's actually like really clever. And those guys.
Oh no, I think most people would say South Park is pretty clever.
Yeah,
I don't think not too many people dismiss it as a kids show. I don't think that's the case.
A crude like fart joke show because that's what it was for 4 years.
Well, for the first 5 seasons, but after that, holy
that's
shit, it's pretty brilliant. Yeah,
that's what I'm saying. You need to like say, I love South Park. Like season 6 and on or something. You know, you need to distance the first few
And
seasons.
I like South Park, but I've never sat down and actually watched a lot of it. I don't like. I know, like with Matt, every time if South Park was on, he'd be like, "You want to watch South Park? New South Park?" I was like, "Not really." Like I just did. He had to watch everything, so he could watch 20 South Parks in a row. And I was like, "Yeah, it's a funny show, but it's like I don't need to see it. Like I don't care that much. I don't make it a point to watch it." And I like those guys. It's not nothing against them. I love them, and they're hilarious. Basketball's hilarious.
Underrated movie.
Basketball's a funny movie.
Orgasmo's fun, but that one's dated.
Team America World Police is probably the top 10 greatest comedy of all time.
We saw that at the
Paramount Studios for the press screening. It was great.
Was it?
It was the press screening because we were the only ones that were really fucking losing it. And I think the press was trying to show decorum.
Oh, God, did we? I'm trying to remember when we watched that.
We watched it at Paramount Studio. I remember I went to the Paramount lot. It was on the lot.
Okay.
We had to park across the street and walk over there and show the passes. And
I was telling my wife today. Yeah. I was like, I remember this thing and it happened in film school, and I was telling you about it. I go, Dick doesn't remember it, but like we fill in the blanks in each other's memories.
Yeah, we do, because I don't remember half of it.
Yeah,
I got terrible.
So you remember the other half, and
you're right. Yeah.
I'm like, I didn't remember. I thought we watched that at the Grauman's Chinese Theater.
No, I'm almost. I think we saw at the Grauman's. What did we see at the Grauman's? We saw a lot.
I don't want to go into detail. We saw so many movies there. All of them bad.
A lot. I think we saw a lot. Yeah.
I don't think we saw one movie we really enjoyed at the Grauman's.
Well, we saw
mostly bad movies.
Were you there when we watched Matrix Revolutions?
No, I skipped those.
You skipped that one, and I ruined it for Mike. I remember that. I ruined it for Mike. He was he was really mad, and I was just like, "Who fucking is Matrix? Who gives a shit? If you didn't see that coming, I'm sorry. You're not a storyteller. I'm sorry."
To be fair, though, when you guys were having that conversation, it was at Scooby's. I walked away.
Yeah, it's fine.
I was like, I'm going to go over here while you talk about that movie, because you guys were going over there, and me and Michael hung back, and we're just. And I was like, I haven't seen the second one at that point, I don't think.
Right.
Or I did, and I was like, no, I'm no more. I'm good.
Yeah.
I'll wait till later. I'm not paying for that fucking thing.
No, it wasn't very good. But this speaking of not very good, Tales from the Crypt. I don't know. This episode was okay. I didn't hate it. I thought it was fine. It was a typical setup and payoff.
Do you want to set it up?
You got Steve Weber. He's a reporter.
Before he shows up, though,
there's a series of murderers going on, of homeless people, and that's the thing that made no sense to me, though. Why would if you guys were okay? So these homeless people are being murdered. They're being buried. They're giving burials by this company that's the acronym is Ghoul. So they're
ghouls,
plural, and they're giving away free burials for the homeless. Blah blah blah. And Steve Weber is trying to he gets inside information on what's going on over there. So when he's investigating the story, he gets kicked out of his apartment. He gets his career's over because he's a drunk.
He kicked out a naked lady.
Yeah, he kicks out a naked lady in the beginning because they're showing off his sexual powers. Because he ends up banging Rita Wilson, Mrs. Tom Hanks.
You are
in the episode
skimming through this so much.
Yeah, well, that's just the basic plot points. It's a 25-minute show. I mean, seriously.
He's covering this press conference of this company, Ghouls, and how they're doing a press conference with a loud ass megaphone, the loudest speakers ever heard for 12 people in the audience.
Yes,
in the middle of a cemetery, which dead people are like, shut the it's way too loud up there. Do you guys mind? Come on, we're trying to sleep down here forever. And
even the dead are upset.
Yeah, they're pissed. And Steven Weber is late, and he locks a guy his coworker in the bathroom in the porta potty.
Well, it's his competitor.
With a plastic knife, with a plastic
comb. Because he's combing his dirty ass mullet, and it looks so dirty because the comb's getting stuck in it. And I was just like, ugh, it grossed me out. That grossed me out more than anything is his hair. He's all sweaty hair. Ugh.
I'm gonna show you a picture right now, and the grossest thing here is not the blood; it's the hair.
Yes,
it's
look at that matted. Yeah. And this is when he's homeless because he got kicked out of his apartment. He's gotten rained on. He's got booze spilled on him.
I think the joke. Okay, so there's a homeless killer. Turns out it's a society of people called ghouls. Real subtle, guys. And I'll show the clip here of what ghouls means because they do explain it to you. Because we got it. I called it out when I saw it, but then he sits there and goes, "By the way, here's what ghouls means." And Steven Weber's down there with him, and the joke I think is now he's homeless because he got kicked out of the apartment, and he's homeless for like 12 and a half minutes because he goes to the what's his name, Vincent Schiavelli. He goes to his funeral,
right,
and he sees the dirt go down, and he digs it up, and there's a door there, a literal door, like, and it falls into it with a Hitchcock shot.
Yeah,
it's falling on the stairs, and then he goes down there, and I'm like, and they eat the homeless guy. They eat Steven Weber. That's the end of the episode.
Well,
I'm like, is that the joke? Because they only eat homeless. Now he's homeless.
Well, they eat the homeless because they eat flesh, and this is the only kind of meat they can get. But then again, it's like, well, there's lots of people who disappear. So what about those people? Like, you have it's like, I don't know. It's kind of a ripoff of the Midnight Meat Train, the Clive Barker short story that was an actual movie with Bradley Cooper that looks like Steven Weber, kind of.
I was gonna say, is that the episode? It's like a short on that.
No, it's a movie.
DVDs. No, but you find not short. Sorry, series where you find those DVDs, and it's like some company made all these movies.
No,
Vincent, whatever his name is from Snatch.
Yes.
Okay, it was part of a series that they released these DVDs on.
Oh, I think it was the Midnight Movie Madness or something like that.
Yeah, something like that. But they all had the same slipcover on them, or the same lining of the. I remember those came out in like.
Not a bad horror movie. I kind of like Midnight Meat Train. It's pretty good. There's some good stuff in it, but the only difference is in the short story, the Clive Barker story. It's like a giant, like blob, like Cthulhu blob monster underneath New York City, and the trains they run at 3 a.m. It's basically the guy comes on the train, murders everybody on the train, and he feeds the monsters. And this is like this secret society keeps it a secret, and the cops are involved, the media's involved, everybody's involved because these are like the ancient gods that they're taking care of, and they're giving them all this power.
Oh, okay, I've never seen it.
Well, it was interesting, but in the movie, it's Bradley Cooper, and it's like they're a bunch of they're like monsters. They look like ghouls. They weren't far off from the design of these monsters, so that's kind of what it was like. Oh, this is kind of ripping off Midnight Meat Train, but technically this is an EC comic story, so it was probably before Clive Barker. Even though this type of story is as old as time, I mean, this is a pretty average horror story.
I'm looking it up right now.
The secret society that eats people, or they're trying to say, "Oh, we'll help people," but then they really eat them, or they're monsters.
I have so many questions about this movie. First of all, third build is Leslie Bibb, who shows up in our next episode on our live show.
Yes, we'll talk about Leslie Bibb soon.
Fourth build, Brooke Shields.
Yeah, she's the editor, or she's the agent for Bradley Cooper because he's a photographer.
And then you got Peter Jacobson from House.
Okay.
And then you got Ted Raimi. And then down there is Quentin Rampage Jackson from the UFC. Also from the... he stars in another movie with Bradley Cooper. Is that where they met?
The A-Team?
He stars in the A-Team movie with Bradley Cooper.
I forgot he was in that. I don't even remember who he was in that movie. It says scenes deleted? Is that what it says? I do not remember him.
He plays Guardian Angel.
Oh, maybe he was one of the street guys that was like, because like people were disappearing and they're
trying. Black guy plays a street guy. Come on, Dick.
No, like the Guardian Angel, like it's the Guardian Angel Society that exists in the cities where they like patrol the streets for inner city schools or something. I don't remember that character though.
Is though from House? Is this guy?
No. Oh, okay, yeah, kind of. Is he still alive? Did he die?
He's not that old, so.
Well, I don't know. I feel like he's a character that just died.
He was Dr. Taub on House.
I've seen maybe half an episode of House.
He's also on Fear the Walking Dead.
Oh my God!
I just realized that.
Holy shit!
I stopped watching once he got introduced, and I was like,
well, there you go. And
not
I think
because he got introduced. Just
I thought were you telling me that Fear the Walking Dead is the better show?
Yeah.
Okay.
It's just I got behind. That's the only reason. I have no. It's not. I didn't stop watching because it's bad. I just they introduced him in that season. I stopped watching, and
are you gonna watch Stranger Things season 4?
I haven't watched Stranger Things season 2.
Okay,
no.
Don't worry about it. Then that's
I've owned it on Blu-ray for 3 years now.
Stranger Things season 1 or
no, I watched season 1.
Okay.
At Target, they're selling those the box sets where they look like VHS clamshells.
Yeah, it was season 1.
And I have both of those.
Okay.
They have 1 and 2. Like
they did 2 too. Oh,
yeah,
2
the
as well.
first season is like the plastic one, but the second one is the other.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if I'm making any sense.
Oh, no, is it more like one of them was a clamshell case, like a Disney movie, and then the second one was like a porno box.
No, the first one was you open it up, slide off the cover, and it's like it looks like a VHS is inside.
Okay.
Second season it's like literal clamshell that you open, like a VHS case would be back in the day.
Okay.
And then season 3, I kept looking for
I don't think it's come out.
I will only buy it if it looks like that because I want.
I don't think it's come out. I don't know why. Maybe Netflix figured they don't want to pay money and just have people subscribe for it because they're losing money left and right.
Probably. But I sent season 1 to Frank, I believe, because he didn't want it.
Oh, I saw season 1 and season 2. It was fun, but I didn't watch season 3. I don't really care. Like I really don't care. I have no interest in. You
know what's funny is I haven't seen season 2, but I have the pop vinyl figures of them dressed up as Ghostbusters because
that makes sense. Yeah.
They're like $2 each. I'm like,
they
were.
I'm gonna get it. They clearance those out. Yeah, like nobody's business. No.
And I was also today I was at Target looking for Ghostbuster stuff. True story. It's a sad sentence. I just said it as a 37 tomorrow 38-year-old man.
Hey, your birthday! Oh shit! I gotta get your box out to you then.
You said that.
I know, but now I will send it out. But it's holiday weekend, so you're gonna get it. Maybe I'll sell it out maybe Tuesday or Wednesday.
All right, so
else your birthday?
No, you're good about it. I'm just fucking with you. I'm the one that's okay. When Adam his stuff and I was gonna send it to you, I go, it's gonna be a while, guys. I'm admitting that right now. So I gave you a good warning. I don't know why it took me so long. But anyway,
that's fine. We're
all over the place. Let's just get back to the episode. It's there's 4 puns in the intro. There's 4 puns in the outro for the Crypt Keeper.
Absolutely, that's about average.
I do want to show this clip here of when he explains here when Terry O'Quinn. He looks like him from Lost.
Doesn't look Terry O'Quinn at all, but yes,
he does kind of.
He looks more like.
But he explains what ghouls means.
He looks more like Robert Ricardo than Terry O'Quinn.
No, look at him. Terry O'Quinn in the 80s.
No, not even close.
But now you may refer
Terry O'Quinn's a handsome man.
Grateful, homeless, outcasts, and unwanted slayaway society.
He looks like Rip Torn and the guy from Super Troopers. The other guy, the other police chief in Super Troopers, the guy who was the drug dealer. That character actor.
You're telling me this looks nothing like him?
Nothing. No.
This looks nothing like him.
Yeah, it's a stretch. No. Go to the guy that's on CSI and put his picture next to his face. That's who he looks like. The character actor from CSI. The guy that was in The Negotiator.
It's not Lost era. It's
No, I don't give a shit about Terry O'Quinn.
Come on.
No, not even.
I'll agree. He looks 40% like him.
Yeah, no, but this other guy looks exactly like this picture here.
All right,
go to CSI New York or CSI the original. He's on CSI.
Okay,
and he was in The Negotiator.
CSI actor.
He's like 5th build or something. He's like you'll recognize him. He's a character actor. He's been in tons of shit.
Who's he playing Negotiator?
I can't remember. He's the partner in Negotiator that gets killed. Sam Jackson's partner gets killed. No, not him.
Sam Jackson's partner. Oh, at the beginning.
At the beginning, yeah.
What the whole movie's about. I got
what? You. Who killed Nate? Bomb. That's what it is. Nate.
Yeah.
Nate.
That I always tell you that movie has the most character names said out loud.
Yes, it does.
than any other.
Get me Sabian. See?
Yeah, you are correct.
Very
that is
similar.
more. It's closely.
Closer to him.
I won't
yes.
disagree.
Yeah.
Also, this guy on the right here in the actual episode has a. It's like this guy mixed with a little bit of Jack Nicholson from The Shining.
A little bit, yes.
Because he's got that bigger smile. He's got the forehead. He's got the eyebrows, the arch.
Yeah.
No, I know what you mean. You're right. Yeah.
No, a little bit more like that.
Definitely.
But come on, E-Bomb! I'm gonna find the truth here. They're gonna kill me. I'm about Negotiator. When I saw that movie when it came out originally. My buddy Jason Yamamoto and I went in there 40 minutes into the movie, and we started it, and it worked fine. Didn't have to see the first 40 minutes of the movie. It worked perfectly. Like I got there right when Kevin Spacey comes into the movie, and I was like, I still could follow what was going on. Like I didn't need to see the beginning.
There are
really
people
weird.
alive, only a couple of them, mind you, live for now, that hear Kevin Spacey walked in the room and cry.
Yes,
You were jumping for joy.
Or die mysteriously. Yes, one of the two things happen.
There's less and less every day.
Exactly.
Especially now that he's going to court now.
Yes, again. So somebody's going to end up dead soon.
In England?
He's gonna put on that video of him being that character from House of Cards in England. Hi, I'm in England right now doing something that I shouldn't be doing, and then someone's gonna end up in a trolley car dead somewhere with 3 holes in them.
Jack the Ripper 2 has struck England.
I don't know what's going on in England, but it seems like all these people are dying out of nowhere.
They said they were bored to tears by the slowest talker alive.
Kevin Spacey?
They had time to write that out. They didn't say who it was. They just were bored. No, but he's basically doing in that show, The House of Cards. All I hear is this character from the Clint Eastwood movie, Midnight in the Garden of Good and Evil.
Right? Yeah, same thing.
It's the same fucking. Only that movie's awesome.
You know, I watched. Did we talk about? I watched True Crime not too long ago. The Clint Eastwood movie from 1999.
Yeah, the Gene Hackman plays the president.
No, that's Absolute Power.
Absolutely, sorry, you're right.
Absolute Power is 96. This is
I
99.
get those two movies confused because they're very similar.
No,
maybe not plot, but like no. Okay,
in your mind, maybe
in my mind,
because he's a
True
thief.
True Crime is which one?
True Crime
is guy on
Isaiah Washington.
Okay, yeah, you're right.
Yeah, on death row. Yeah,
I always forget what that movie's about.
That movie defies every. It's kind of ridiculous. True Crime is almost like this. It was a huge bomb because I looked it up. Clint Eastwood had a string of bombs like in the late 90s. Like he really was in trouble. Like all of his movies after like
Unforgiven.
What was it? Unforgiven just bombed out. Like he couldn't sell anything.
Well, he directed like fucking Pink Cadillac.
Well, that was in the 80s. That was a bad one. Yeah.
But
no, but this was like he was bad. Well, I think it was because he kept taking his shirt off. He was trying to be young again. And it was like, Clint, you're 80. You're fucking 80. How about we like stop this? Stop taking off your shirt, playing the guy that fucks everything that moves because his dick is so hard.
Even though you still are.
Even though you're 75. Yeah, I mean, come on.
It translates to your real life, but not on camera so much.
Exactly. And it's a goofy movie too, because it's like he solves the case that no one else could solve in literally 12 hours. He solves the case.
I get those two movies confused so much, I forgot what we're talking about.
Absolute Power and True Crime.
Which one are you actually talking about?
True Crime, yeah.
That's the guy in the death row, right?
Yes, and then there's Bloodwork.
Gene Hackman who killed
Bloodwork is Jeff Daniels is the killer, I think. And then
he finds out on a boat.
Yes, that's 2002. Yes. And then he gets his career going again with
Mystic River. Then
the one before that. What's it called? Oh no, you're right, Mystic River, and then it was.
Then it was
Million Dollar Baby. Yeah, you're right. Yeah,
because right before Bloodwork was Space Cowboys.
Space Cowboys with Tommy LJ. Oh my God, I got blown into space. I'm dead. I died in space. That's crazy. I was on the I crashed on the moon. I was going like that, and I was dead.
Tommy Lee Jones.
Thumbs up on the moon. Look at me. I'm TLJ.
I was laughing because my wife was talking about how she watched that new show on Hulu, I believe, or Amazon. It's not Hulu. The Pamela Tommy Lee story.
Hulu, yes, Hulu.
Yeah, whatever it is. But
yeah.
she's like, I watched that show with Pamela
Tommy Lee.
She goes,
Tommy Lee Jones.
Pamela and Tommy Lee Jones. I go, well, she fucked a 75-year-old. Yeah, I remember
with
that.
this giant cock. Tommy Lee
She started
Jones
laughing. She's like, no.
Tommy Lee
Yeah, I
Jones
know
has a
you
14-inch cock.
Yeah. Tommy Lee Jones he's going to get mad at you if you don't suck it.
The fugitive he takes after fugitives with his cock.
Yeah. Okay, so Tales from the Crypt.
And then he gets eaten at the end.
He gets eaten. That's it.
That's it. That's the show.
It's got a 7.1 on IMDb with 759 voters.
I give it a 6. Like, it was fine. It was serviceable for a Tales from the Crypt episode.
You know what? Gonna give it a 7.
Really? Okay. Wow, that's high.
Because I'm rating it against itself, which is what I always say I'm doing with these shows.
Right.
I've seen so many of these. This is a 7 for Tales from the Crypt.
Okay.
It's middle of the road.
I would put this.
I liked it.
I would put this on par with the Christopher Reeve episode where they were eating Judd
What's
Nelson.
Cooking?
Yeah, What's Cooking?
I
would say
I
these
like
two
slightly better than this.
Well, because you had the charm of Christopher Reeve
And yeah,
and Judd Nelson.
you know what was better than this though? What was better than the What's Cooking episode? Was that short story that had the same plot of What's Cooking from Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction?
Yes, with the old people.
Because they were elderly.
Oh, that was wonderful.
That was
beautiful.
so we were caught off guard.
That was wonderful.
I mean, we guessed it ahead of the reveal in that episode, but we're still like Beyond Belief. Fact, okay, yeah. Oh my God, are they cooking and eating them? Holy shit! Oh yeah,
and they murdered his son. That was the best part. They murdered their son who was lost in Vietnam. And he came back. They didn't know he was alive. And he came back. He was living on the streets. And they killed homeless people for fun.
Yeah, they
that
did they? So.
That whole episode was a good episode of that was a solid.
Yeah, that was a 9
episode. Yeah, that was a great one.
Whatever that was. I don't want to look it up. I don't care.
Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction.
No, I mean the specific episode number.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah, I guess we're done. We've been rambling nonsense. But we had to get that out of our system because Nick Cage Cast is next on the live stream, and
we're going to talk about 2 terrible
nonsense. We don't. That's the only show I refuse to do any sort of like 40 minutes on. That's the one show that's sacred.
We're fucking nicking it. Are you ready?
It's strictly Nick Cage movies on that show.
I'll karate chop you.
I'll
karate chop you. God damn it! I karate chop your nonsense.
Beat you to you. Piss blood.
That's right.
Nick Cage is a national.
Paddington 2. What's the second greatest movie of all time? Paddington 2. No, you're right. This is good.
You kidding me? This is great.
This is great.
All right. So, our next, let me go over the next couple episodes of this show. This is episode 107. We just finished. 108, Inside Number 9, Private View.
Oh.
That'll be next week on June 4th. Week after that is episode 109. Yes. Beyond Belief, Fact or Fiction 210. Week after that is Inside Number 9, 404, To Have in the Hold, recommended by Jelly A. I'll go one further. It's not scheduled with a date yet, but Anthology Series Review, episode 111, Tales from the Crypt 214, Lower Birth.
Oh, okay.
I did plan out 2 of them because I figured that's how the show started out. This show started off as LIW, the Tales from the Crypt review.
This is true.
And quickly gave up on that.
Because it got to the point where we lost their mind.
Well, the reason it started because the reason we changed is because we were barely discussing Tales from the Crypt. Adam and I and Dick, and we were like, I kept reading the reviews. I'm like, they don't talk about Tales from the Crypt. I'm like, and I was like, you know what? I don't normally listen to that shit. I don't care, but
you're not wrong.
Completely right. He's exactly right. Let's just change it and do whatever the fuck we want.
Yeah.
And that's what we did. Yeah.
Thank you for listening to the history of the show.
Yeah, because if we kept going with just Tales from the Crypt, Adam would have died sooner.
He would have killed himself.
I really believe that. Yeah.
There would have a shotgun explosion.
Until next time. In the meantime, go.
Well, I was gonna say, and then we got into the same we got into the same head with the Midnight Hour, and that got to the point where we watched so many of those that it started to get to us psychologically.
Well, it's just fucking bad.
They were so bad.
Great ones in a row that were so funny, and then it was like, as soon as we had like a rapport established with him, like there's that thing, there's that. This should be more fun. I hate this.
It just
was
yeah,
so weird.
It got bad. It got bad. It's like you're having sushi. It's good at first, and then you realize, oh my god, this was in the fridge for 3 days, and then you vomit and shit yourself.
The rice is crunchy.
Something isn't right, and I just put
Yeah.
wasabi in my mouth, and it tastes like a dead turd.
Although I am eating a lot of sushi tomorrow.
Oh, so are you guys going for sushi?
I requested.
For your birthday.
Yeah, because she chose that for her birthday, and sushi's probably one of my favorite foods, like top 3.
Is there good sushi
Lasagna
places in
sushi.
Phoenix?
Yeah, there is.
Oh, really? Okay.
Yeah, we found. You have to search. You
Where's
can't
the
just
ocean?
go. Yeah, it's definitely one of those.
Yeah,
I won't disagree with that. But there are. You have to find the places that actually have the good fish. You know.
right. Yes.
And we have a great place. We live right by it.
It's not Katsuya.
No. There's places out west. If you go to the actual Phoenix, we live in the suburbs, but because we're boring fucking people, man, we suck. We're getting old. We're both over 30, and
Well, it's affordable to live in the suburbs of Phoenix.
is it? Is it?
Is it? I don't know.
No, it's not as bad as California. But I am seeing.
No, nothing's worse than California.
We were driving home from the store, and I was going, okay, let's look at the license plates. We saw a weird one that was like New Hampshire. I'm like, oh, okay. So I was paying attention to the license plates. I go, California. Yep. Fuck. I don't mind blue votes out here in Arizona, but I want them like Chicago blue votes, like reasonable fucking people. I don't want Californians moving into because I ruin. It's like if I wrecked my house and then move into my neighbor's house, like something happened in my old. I don't know what the fuck it was. Like, yeah, because I wrecked it. Fuck you, Dick.
I'm a California voter. Don't you want to care about people? Don't you want to love people?
I do.
Your daughter thinks she's a boy. We're going to take her away from you. We'll make that a law because we care about children. They're fucking nuts. These people are fucking crazy. Nuts.
There is such thing as too far left. And
we're going to take away your car and we're going to have you take our electric car. You're going to drive that now. Actually, you're not even going to get that. You're going to get a bullet train that goes nowhere. And we're never going to finish making it because we keep stealing the money.
It's been $106 billion.
We have $30 billion in our bank accounts right now.
Isn't that weird?
Isn't that weird?
Isn't that what you paid us for the bullet? Oh,
oops. Oh, California has a $96 billion surplus. No, it doesn't. That's a lie because you stole that money and it's federal money that you got from the fucking COVID shit. You got bailed out because you're so bad at running your state. You fucking cunt.
You have two, especially if you're in LA County, you have the two worst fucking people. No, can I just say the background, your background into the newspaper in the background of that is so well done. Almost like it was done on purpose. You see where the wall meets the ceiling there?
Yeah.
Let's get out of here.
Good night, everybody.
I'm just saying, a lot of fucking Californians in LA or in Arizona, and I was like, I feel like one of those guys going like, so many illegals, and I'm like,
get the fuck out of here, Californians.
Yeah, I just felt like one of those guys for the first time in my life, and I was like, what happened to me?
Well, actually, Phoenix has a lot of illegals in there too.
Well, yeah, and I don't fucking notice them. I don't care.
No, I don't
want Californians turning us into California.
California.
Just because like I said, I wrecked my house. I fucked it up. The wiring's fucked up. The electricity won't turn on. I didn't pay my bills. I'm moving to the neighbor's house.
Right.
Hey, neighbor.
I'm gonna be.
I don't want you here.
Yeah. I'm a squatter. I can do whatever I want. I squat.
Why don't you care?
I have rights. Yeah, California, go fuck yourself.
California sucks.
Just like Steven Weber in this episode.
Steven Weber. Wings Steven Weber, okay?
Mullet.
We didn't even talk about him.
Mullet Steven Weber. I don't mind Steven Weber. I don't have any problems with you. I like him. I don't think he's
I do too. But I'm looking him up on IMDb right now. I didn't realize he doesn't play Jack Torrance in The Shining. He plays John Torrance.
Oh, interesting. You know what? I think in the book it's John Torrance, and they called him Jack Torrance in the movie because it's Jack Nicholson. I'm just assuming that's what happened. Maybe Jack was so high on cocaine he couldn't respond to anything but his name.
It does seem very possible in that scenario.
Yeah.
Why
What do you want me to do, Stanley?
Jack Torrance in the movie?
Basically, just look at IMDb.
Oh, I don't give a shit enough. Okay.
So,
So, Stephen Weber's also in Single White Female. Dracula,
yes!
Loving It, which I gave up watching.
That's a bad
20-some minutes in.
That's a really bad movie.
Because I watched all the Naked Gun movies. I watched the Hot Shots movies. I watched, for the thousandth time, I watched the Naked Gun show. Why am I blanking? Police Squad.
Police Squad.
And so I was like, all right, I'm in that mood for that sort of stuff. Let's watch Dracula, Dead and Loving It, which I already hate.
The Shining, Jack Torrance.
I've already seen Dracula, Dead and Loving It, mind you. I believe in the theater. Oh God, did I see that in the theater? I believe
that was
fuck.
Really? Wow, that was like 1995.
95.
Ooh, yeah. Ooh,
well, that was the era which I was volunteering at the theater. 95 to 98 or so.
Yeah. Yeah.
But anyway, I started watching it. I'm like,
this is bad.
I get what they're doing there, the reference, but fuck, this isn't funny. This is not funny at all.
It was like a really long Jack Laird episode of
fucking terrible. I do want to. Okay, so real quick, let me show this, and then I'll say our buys. I do get Vincent Schiavelli confused a little bit with Tom Noonan.
Oh well, yeah. I guess
They're both odd-looking individuals who play.
True.
Yeah, Tom Noonan's a bit more respected.
I would say Vincent Chevalier had a nice career, but I guess according to Danny DeVito, Vincent Chevalier was a 4-star chef.
Ooh.
Because he used to make him food on Batman Returns. And that's why I guess Danny DeVito always had him on his movies, because he was a chef and he always prepared food for him.
And it makes sense looking at Danny DeVito.
It makes sense. He likes his food and he likes his extra fucking.
I mean, you're married to Rita Perlman.
Yeah, poor Rhea Perlman. Yeah, but it's like you're Danny DeVito. What the fuck? The best you're gonna do is Rhea Perlman.
Yeah, that's the Family Guy joke. Look at Rita, it's me and nobody. All right, I'll do. So Vincent Schiavelli, his first 4 movies, the known for in IMDb, is Tomorrow Never Dies, Ghost, Adventures of Buckaroo. What's that? Buckaroo Banzai?
Buckaroo Banzai. He's in that? I can't remember.
Fast Times at Ridgemont High.
That's true. He's one of the teachers of Fast
Tom Noonan's first 4, Synodus,
Manhunter.
New York, the Charlie Kaufman movie.
Oh, wow.
RoboCop 2.
Okay.
Manhunter.
That makes sense.
Anomalisa, another Charlie Kaufman movie.
Not Monster Squad? That's shocking.
Yeah. But it's like, similar. I said he's more successful, but I obviously I'm just saying preference. The only reason Tom Noonan comes to mind because I already brought the story, but Last Action Hero.
Mm.
And I get them confused for that movie. I haven't seen it in 20, 30 years because of what happened behind me.
Oh.
I watched the movie with my sister.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
I told the story.
Yeah, I heard that story.
I don't want to go into it.
It's a horrifying image.
He's uncredited. Tom Noonan's uncredited in Eight-Legged Freaks.
Oh, I thought you were going to say Heat. He's credited in Heat.
He's also in the X-Files. Oh, Vincent Schiavelli is an alumni of this show now because he was in X-Files Humbug.
Yes, he was.
I believe.
Yes.
Or ended up being, it was Adam's pick, but we ended up doing it as a tribute to Adam because we found out he died. I put it in the back burner for a couple of weeks, and I was like, "What? Fuck, we have to do it, right?" He chose it. It was his last choice. Episode. Oh God, when the shit did this episode happen?
Which one?
Episode 62, X-Files 220, Humbug.
Oh yeah, it was last year. It was around July, I think. Or August. Maybe August. You're right.
Because we didn't find out till July.
You didn't find out until about 2 weeks later. No,
we found out like a month later.
Yeah,
It was a while ago, but what did I say? Episode 62? Is that what I said?
I think so.
I need you to pay attention.
You said episode 59.
59. Thank you.
I think.
That was
62.
On the Late Show, Girl in the Painting, The Veil, Killer. So, yeah, it was later. Okay, that was July 25th.
Yeah, okay.
That was the two of us, Frank and Jansen.
Right.
Until next time, and in the meantime, I'm Phoenix West.
Dick, yeah.
So long, citizens.
Oh, good.
That'll just be the outro audio.
That's fine. Yeah.
I'm gonna save this, and then I'm gonna go to the little boy's potty room.
Little boy, bro, go take a dumpy dump.
Oh, you Southern Bill Cosby? What was that?
Gonna take a dumpy
I'm
dump.
gonna take a dump in the house.
I'm gonna put it in a coffee table. Gonna watch, Indian food.
Gonna eat a lot of peaches.
Baby.
Into the country.
Pet a little kitty. Get in there, pet a kitty.
All right, be right back.
Right.
I don't know, 3 minutes, 4 minutes, whatever you want.
I'll be right back.
I'll play some self-helpless book.
Don't play that fucking Last Jedi.
I'm not. Hello, citizens. Welcome to the American Self. Hello, citizens. Welcome to the American Self-Helpless book. This 12-step program will help you become a better person that can succeed in any environment. Number 3, knowledge is the enemy. Knowledge is overrated. Look, books never got anyone anywhere. Knowledge is a notion that doesn't need to be brought up ever. Since your opinion is always right, you'll never need to learn anything else outside of that. There's not a possibility you're wrong, so why bother looking into a book or looking online to research things? It just simply doesn't make any sense if you're always right, which you are. Number 2 and number 3 go hand in hand. It's a fact. If you're always right, there's no reason to gain any more knowledge. You already know everything you're ever going to need in life, so don't look any further. Your own brain is the only encyclopedia you're ever going to need the resource, so why bother learning anywhere else? The library's overrated, Google's overrated, Wikipedia is sure as shit overrated. If you were meant to research anything online or in a library, then why didn't God put the library in your brain? Surprise, He did. Because you're always right and knowledge is the enemy. Hello, citizens. Welcome to the American Self-Helpless book. This 12-step program will help you become a better person that can succeed in any environment. Number 4, the world revolves around you. It's true. It's just fact. You are the reason everyone else is here. It's like you're in a dream and everyone else is playing out these roles, Truman Show style. We are all here to serve you, including this video. I'm making this video right now for you. Don't look around. You, specifically, sitting there naked watching this on YouTube, deciding if you should masturbate to me or not. You should. It's a good call. It's a good time. Anyway, the world is your oyster. It's up to you to find your own pearls. After all, we're all here for you. What can we do for you? Every single other human on this planet is just a pawn in your big solitary chess game. If you need to make sense of that, don't bother. It makes sense. I checked it out in my knowledge center, my personal library. After all, I'm never wrong. I mean, you're never wrong. So if it's me, does it mean it's you too? It doesn't matter. Anyway, we're all here to serve you. How can we serve you better? Let us know. Don't even ask what we want. Don't even look deeper than my surface level. I'm not really a person. I'm not really here. I'm just a reflection of your needs. What can I do for you? Hello, citizens. Welcome to the American Self-Helpless book. This 12-step program will help you become a better person that can succeed in any environment.
Number 5, hard work is overrated. Oh man, I tell you, all those guys out there, sweating and breaking their backs, building things that we all marvel at, overrated. If it doesn't come naturally, then it must be either nepotism, it must be the game is fixed, everyone else is against you. It must be all these things, because if it doesn't come immediate, then it's not worth doing. If you're not born to play basketball, then don't even bother, or keep trying to do it regardless of all the effects, regardless of how talented you are at it, regardless of how you look, regardless of how many points you score in the basketball game. It doesn't matter. If it doesn't come naturally, either keep doing it because you're so goddamn gifted immediately, or it's not gonna, hard work isn't gonna help it. But hard work, there's a couple layers here I gotta work out here. It's a really complex onion here where I'm working with. Hard work is overrated either way. Everything you think you're good at comes immediately. You're just so amazing at it, regardless of trying, regardless of talent, because you're the most talented person in the world. Let's face it. Media, it's just me and you right now. I'm here to serve you. It's just me and you. You're fucking amazing. You're so goddamn talented. You don't even have to try. So let alone hard work and perseverance and overcoming any sort of obstacles. That's all overrated. You are just the best at it. All you have to do is just keep doing it or give up. If you give up, you're the best at giving up. You don't have to try that hard at giving up. So just either keep doing it and be amazing, or give up at being amazing at giving up. It doesn't matter. You can't fail in this system.
Hi.
You're right. Give up. It's not worth doing.
It's not. I played an extra one because I realized I need my phone charger. So
Oh, well, there you go. Yeah.
I was like, I have to do another one.
That works.
Yeah.
I was trying to open my window to get some cold air in here, and I realized it doesn't open.
Is there cold air outside?
Yeah, it's actually really nice tonight.
Oh, you fucker.
It's right now. What's the temperature? It is with a breeze. It was windy all day today. It is 64 degrees.
Oh, I hate you so much.
With the wind. But tomorrow's going to be 80 degrees.
It's right now 90.
Well, Wednesday, it'll be 95 degrees. And then it'll be back down to 90 on Thursday. I think it might be a cool summer. But then again, California, we have those Indian summers where it goes into October. So like October, we'll have 114 day. We've had that happen before. I remember those. I remember the day Michael Jackson died, it was 113 degrees outside. Because it was June 2009. Sorry.
Is that supposed to be hot?
Yeah, it was hot.
I was living here in 2009.
Yeah.
And 113 sounds fine.
Oh my God.
I was like, oh, it's fucking hot out. And I realized it's only 97. I'm like,
yeah. Oh my God, I'm a pussy.
20 more degrees to go for the rest of the summer. I'm like, God damn it.
Do you like pain?
All right, let's.
Nick Cage time, baby.
Okay. Only show I care about. Keep small talk to a minimum. Sidetrack talk, I should say.
Sure. As long as it's about Nick Cage.
No, you can talk about whatever, just at a minimum, for us, a minimum.
Yes. Are you going to do your intro?
We can do it. I'm going to switch backgrounds here.
Get your intro going.
Yeah.
Get your snorting cocaine with.
Bling!
This isn't really
like this or this.
That was good, but I wouldn't consider this a B-movie battle, though.
Okay. Well, hold on.
Because Bringing Out the Dead is not
Say
a
that
B-movie.
again, motherfucker. Say that again.
I don't think this is technically a B-movie battle because Bringing Out the Dead is a good movie. It's a highly regarded film in Martin Scorsese's filmography.
No, the reason Nick Cage cast is part of B-movie battle is because I had too many shows.
Yes.
So I was like, you know what? And I combined them. That's fine. It does make it more confusing on my end because I have to be like B-movie battle episode 50 something and what is this? B-movie battle episode 65, Nick Cage cast episode 43, Bringing Out the Dead 1999 versus Running with the Devil 2019, Phoenix West.
20 years apart. How crazy is that? These two movies are 20 years apart, and the quality
Dick Dick.
Doesn't show Dick Dick here.
Yeah, it's part of the reason I combined them is I ran it by you and you went, yeah, go ahead.
Yeah, I
was
don't
the
care.
only reason
I'm
I
just
needed it.
here.
20 years
Yeah.
apart, very similar titles, if you
That's
will.
true.
Bringing Out the Dead, Running with the Devil. Come on.
Co-stars a black man. Ving Rhames,
Yes.
Lawrence Fishburne.
But before you say anything,
no Adam Goldberg.
that might be my favorite video I ever edited.
It's very nice. It's very good. I don't do cocaine anymore, man. Come on, I'm not Johnny Depp. I don't do that anymore. I'm Nick Cage. I'm clean.
Yeah, Cage has had a resurgence lately because of one movie.
I don't even say that one movie. You know, I watched 4 Nick Cage movies this weekend. This was a Nick Cage fest this weekend for me.
So I know we watched 2.
Yes.
I know why you watched these 2. Let me switch.
Yes.
Why is Bringing Out the Dead still not available on Blu-ray?
I have no idea. Movie. I know. I don't get it.
Still have to watch it on DVD.
I know. I have that DVD somewhere. I just couldn't find it. I have
the most giant subtitles you'll ever watch.
I don't watch with subtitles.
I watch every movie with subtitles.
It's a good idea, but
they're like they're as big as that font below us. The B-movie battle.
Yeah,
like,
I can't
even
watch
see the movie.
That movie you need to pay attention to because it's wonderfully shot. That's Richard. What's his name? The DP, the director of photography. Ralph Richardson. Is that what it was? Or
it was. Yeah, Robert Richardson.
Robert Richardson. Yes, Robert Richardson is a DP that Scorsese uses a number of occasions. He also is Oliver Stone's DP, and he's also, I think, he's been Brian De Palma's DP in a few movies. Let me double check that. But he's one of the best cinematographers out there, and he is famous for doing that halo light effect.
Yeah,
where it's like that giant bright light on you,
and
it works.
Overblown.
Yeah.
Yeah, you need a lot of fucking light, especially
Yes.
shoot at night on film. And I would imagine it was just a crazy rig on the outside of that ambulance. Because they're literally driving around.
Yeah, so okay, here you go. Oh, well, fuck, here you go. Yeah. Robert Richardson, one of the greatest cinematographers of all time. Let's just go through. Venom, Let There Be Carnage.
Good start. I haven't seen it.
Once Upon a Time in Hollywood. The Hateful Eight, World War Z, Django Unchained, Hugo, Kill Bill, Shutter Island, Inglourious Bastards.
You had me at Shutter Island.
The Good Shepherd, The Aviator, Kill Bill 2, Kill Bill 1, The Four Feathers, Bringing Out the Dead, The Horse Whisperer, Wag the Dog, U-Turn, Nixon, Casino, Natural Born Killers, Few Good Men, JFK, The Doors, City of Hope, Born on the 4th of July, Talk Radio, 8 Men Out, Wall Street, Universal, Unsolved Mysteries. The guy's a phenomenal TV.
Okay, all you really did on that list is honestly Casino. That movie, the cinematography alone is almost a character.
Yes.
With how it moves around the casino and from character to character is perfect.
It's wonderful.
The guy's fucking great.
Gee golly, Mr. Rothstein.
I'm going to start off at the beginning.
Yes.
And just say it has a 6.8 on IMDb.
This is Bringing Out the Dead.
69,000 movies. 69,000 votes. Sorry.
Yeah. It's a different movie.
I love this cover. I want this poster behind me.
That's a good cover.
This cover is fucking fantastic. Yeah. Back in the day when Paramount had the widescreen edition on the bottom.
Yeah. Back when they actually cared about movies.
Back when you actually could buy what did it say for non-widescreen? I don't remember.
Full screen.
Did it say full screen? I didn't say
full screen.
Which is ironic.
It used to say Paniscan, yeah.
Because full screen, oh my God, it was full screen. If you're looking for DVDs, do not buy full screen if you're into movies. Can you imagine watching this thing on pan and scan? Like,
no.
Trying to find the center. Oh my God, it'd be a fucking nightmare. This movie's already a nightmare.
Yeah, that's the point.
Yeah, it's a paranoia and a drug-induced movie that it's it's going up the ramp there, and you're just waiting tick, 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 for the roller coaster.
And this movie cost $55 million. What do you think its worldwide gross was?
28.
$16 million.
Yeah.
Total bomb.
It's not a big movie maker.
No.
Money maker. Sorry.
Big old bomb-o.
Yeah, it's okay. I watched the movie when it came out.
I did too. I saw it in theaters.
So, really?
I saw it in theaters. Back in the day, 1999, the fall season of 99, I was a junior in high school, and we used to go to the movies with my sister. Every Friday, we would go with friends. We'd go see a movie no matter what it was. We'd always go see a movie. Because we had a lot of movies come out that. You had Fight Club come out. You had Bring Out the Dead. Like, it was really kind of an I didn't see that in theaters. Exorcist, the re-release of The Exorcist. A lot of movies came out in a row in the fall.
Comedy, The Exorcist.
I've seen The Exorcist about 167 times. It keeps getting funnier every single time I say it.
That fucking carp back and forth in my tub.
No, that's the better Exorcist. That's the way better Exorcist.
You and I are the only ones.
No, I think a lot of people like Exorcist 3.
I put it on Twitter. Nobody agrees.
That's because Twitter, they're all stupid.
But I was like, Exorcist 3 greater sign than Exorcist 1.
Oh, you're terrible. Linda Blair's titty. Shut up.
Linda Blair, the Exorcist movie, the first one, good movie, right? You can't say it's not.
That's a good movie. It's very good.
But that's it. I watched it once I watched that when I was like 10, 11, something like that. Beyond that,
what Paul Mooney said. Paul Mooney said when they went, he took Richard Pryor to go see The Exorcist when it came out, and he goes, "We were watching it, and the little girl pisses on the carpet. What's this porno shit?" And then he goes, "Once the devil got in there, they go, whoa!" They run out the theater. They didn't want to deal with it. He said, Paul Mooney was like, "We ain't fucking with that shit. That's white people shit. We ain't fucking with that." He goes, "That's white people want to bring the devil in. You don't let the devil in." He ran out. So apparently, believe it or not, actor Tom Sizemore and Mark Anthony did not get along on the set and almost had a physical altercation.
It worked well for the script.
It does, because they do not like each other in the movie. As he tries to beat him to death with a fucking baseball bat.
Can I say this, though? Controversial thought. For 2 movies, Heat and this. Tom Sizemore, my favorite character.
Oh, he's great. Yeah, I love him.
Watch the Heat. I always bring this up, I know, but the scene in Heat where they're at the diner and he's beating the shit out of Wayne Grove, and Tom Sizemore is looking at the guy in like 2 booths over who's looking at them, and he's like, he doesn't. I don't think he says a word to him, does he?
No.
He just, and the rest of that long scene, Tom Sizemore staring off screen at that guy, and look at the back of his head at that point.
Yeah, and he, yeah. He does that turn.
Yeah,
cocks his head. Yeah,
watch. Every time I watch it, I sit there and laugh to myself because I'm watching Tom Sizemore and he's going, and there's a dramatic scene happening because Wayne Grove fucked him over.
Yeah,
beating his head on the table, and they're
about
to kill him in
the parking lot. You guys want any pie?
Yeah. His nose is all fucked up, and this whole scene is happening.
Hey, how you get on, man?
Why do you fucking move?
Yeah. And Val Kilmer looks like
those guys in the armored truck. He started, and they're like, no witnesses, so might as well kill the rest.
Get rid of this whole dramatic scene. Yeah.
And Tom Sizemore's just going.
Yeah, he just looks at the whole time,
and he doesn't take his eyes off that guy off screen, who they do
hilarious.
not show again. I'm like, Tom Sizemore fucking gets this movie.
He's wonderful.
Gets his character, and it's never commented on. Nothing.
You're forgetting. You're forgetting one thing. There's a trilogy of Tom Sizemore movies in the 90s that are amazing.
There's another one.
Yeah. 95.
Killers.
The Relic.
Fuck you.
Penelope Ann Miller. Tom Sizemore. He opened that movie, goddammit. That was the #1 movie in the country. That was because of Tom Sizemore.
I love it because that movie takes place in the Chicago Field Museum.
Yes.
Right after I was there.
Oh, wow.
I was just there, and I saw that movie, and I go, oh, that's the Field Museum. I was literally just there.
That's hilarious.
But No, him in Natural Born Killers is also great because he's a cop who kills a hooker, who strangles her. But Tommy Lee Jones, that's Tommy Lee Jones' movie, if you ask me.
Yeah, it is. Well,
His
in
head's on a
the,
stick in the end.
it's such an odd movie. So apparently, this, along with Sleepy Hollow, was the last movie to be released on Laserdisc format in North America.
See, I always heard that it was something. I didn't hear it was this. That's interesting.
Apparently on here, yeah.
I always thought Big Lebowski was, but it went into the next year, huh?
Apparently.
Speaking of Laserdiscs, we got Sopranos. I was watching that, and they talk about Laserdiscs.
That's how old that show is, yeah.
And because it was 99, same year as this.
Yeah.
And the nurse, when Nick Cage shows up at the hospital with his first patient, I was like, because you convinced me to watch Sopranos because I was so angry at the mom. Turns out I watched like season 1 and like part of season 2.
Right.
But I'm sitting here watching season 2, and then suddenly his sister shows up from Seattle, and I'm like, oh, Janice, okay. I remember her from the first time I watched this when we were back in film school when I had the DVDs. I'm sitting here watching it. I'm like, all right. And then halfway through the season, maybe a third of the way, I paused it and I went upstairs and watched Bringing Out the Dead. And he brings his first patient to the hospital. I go, fucking Janice.
Yeah.
That's her. Same. Well, this is the same year as the first season, but
Janice.
Her.
Yeah, but she was not in the first season. She showed up in the second season.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Like,
yeah.
But same year as the show opened, as Sopranos opened.
And she was also in Deep Blue Sea.
Deep Pussy?
Deep Blue Sea.
Sorry. That was a joke from like episode 5 of Lord of Wonderland.
Big Pussy? My Pussy?
No, because we were doing that. That was one of our first episodes of Lord of Wonderland, one of the first podcasts we did. And yeah, Deep Blue Sea. I was like, Deep Pussy? Sorry, what?
Deep Pussy?
It's a 9-year-old joke now.
Hey, all right. Rock on.
Shit. 7, 8, 9 years.
My God.
So anyway, okay, let's get back to the actual movie real quick here, because I do have some issues with Bringing Out the Dead.
Okay.
I do have issues, but also I love this movie. I don't agree with 6.8 on IMDb.
No.
At the same time, okay, picture yourself. You're not as us. You're just a person who wants to watch a movie. You don't know who Scorsese is. You put in this movie. Oh, it's that guy, Nick Cage. I remember him. And you're watching this. You would be bored to fucking tears, would you not?
I don't know. I think Nick Cage's performance, after watching this again, it's an underrated performance. It's actually really good. He's really good in this movie.
He is fucking-tastic in this movie.
It's one of his better performances.
Well, I'll show my rankings here at the very end of the show because I put these movies together, but it's up there.
Yeah, it's up there. Yeah,
he got the Oscar for Leaving Las Vegas, but I don't think this is any different, honestly.
Yeah. Well, this didn't get nominated for anything.
No.
This was totally forgotten. This was a bomb. Scorsese's last movie of the 20th century, but whatever, because it was 1999 when it came out. Obviously, that would be the last movie of the 20th century. But there's no structure.
Sorry.
Well, no, I'm just saying the movie itself. It's more of a character study, but it does have a structure to it. It has this really weird, interesting character structure where he's with John Goodman, then he's with Ving Rhames, then he's with Tom Sizemore, and in the whole period of this film, he is dealing with Patricia Arquette and her dying father. And
Patricia Arquette is actually the catalyst for the story.
Yes.
Because without her, there's nothing.
No.
But Patricia Arquette introduces her dying father. First of all, Nick Cage and Patricia Arquette, let me say this before we get any further.
We're married.
We're married at this time.
In this
divorced shortly after.
Exactly.
They were together for 5 years, I believe. This is
Something
year
like
5. Or
and then she was with Thomas
4.5.
Then she went with Thomas Jane for a while. Good for him.
Upgrade. Looks wise, yes.
On the Punisher. I just want my kids back. On Arrested Development. Remember Thomas Jane was on Arrested Development? Did you ever watch that? Well, anyway, Thomas Jane was on Arrested Development as Thomas Jane, and the only reason he was there was he was doing research for a part where he was playing a homeless man trying to get his life together to save his daughter. So every time they showed him, he's dressed up as a bum, and he goes, "I just want to get my kids back." Like every time he would say that, it was hilarious.
Thomas Jane has maybe the greatest sense of humor about who they are.
Yes, he does.
Because he's been in some other stuff.
Yeah.
That I was like, that guy fucking gets it. And I like him as an actor. I do.
Yeah, he's not a bad actor.
Yeah.
But yeah.
I love Thomas Jane. The Mist.
The Mist is great. Yeah.
The Mist, he's wonderful. Fantastic. And
yeah, he's wonderful.
Yeah.
Tom Jane. I'm Tom Jane.
Thomas Jane's great. Money Plane. Come on. What else do you need to watch, people?
The Money Plane.
He wasn't the Grouch. I get it.
I'm the motherfucking Grouch. I'm the baddest motherfucker on the planet. I still haven't watched the movie. I don't think I ever will because I would just watch Red Letter Media and that's enough.
Yeah, that's all you need. Because I watch any B movie, but
how funny though, you forget how good Ving Rhames is.
Yeah,
he's so fucking good in this movie. I was just laughing my ass off because he was just like, "Hey, baby, what's going on?" And
the power of Jesus.
Oh, God.
The guy from the dead.
Because they're all a bunch of fucking drugged out rockers, and it's that bad. Well, the subplot of the movie is and this ties into the other movie. Red Death is this really bad stepped on drug that's killing people left and right, giving them overdoses, and Nick Cage, to save Patricia Arquette, he goes to this local drug dealer who she goes to just go to. She wants to take something to knock herself out because she's stressed out, and he goes in there and he has a pill. He relaxes, and it's the guy that can play any part. The guy from Fear the Walking Dead, the character actor.
It's Cliff Curtis.
He could play a Mexican, an Arabian.
I was talking to my wife when
Latin guy,
and she saw him. She's looking at her phone. This is how I said I get why general audiences didn't give a shit, because she was watching it going, looking at her phone. I'm like, she's not into this movie. I get it.
No,
I like character study movies. You do too.
Yeah.
General audience doesn't give a fuck about that.
Well, no.
So that's what I'm saying. I get the 6.8. I don't agree, but that's why you have an aggregate of votes.
It's also a movie that if you watch multiple times, you like it more.
Yes.
Because,
you have to get that far.
You
didn't watch it the first time. So, and I don't blame her, because it is a slog of a movie, and it is very depressing. It's a depressing movie on purpose.
Yes.
Because it puts you in the role of Cage. Puts you in the shoes of Cage.
It's essentially about a man who's dealing with a lot of self-guilt, and he can't let go of the people that he's lost. And that's why at the very end, I didn't realize how poignant the ending was, where she goes, because he keeps seeing this woman that died, Rose or whatever, and it's and she's Patricia Arquette. At the end of the movie, her face is on Patricia Arquette. And she basically says, "It's not your fault. Like you can't let it go." She says, "It was it's over. It's done. You can't help me," and blah blah blah. And it's just like a nice moment where it's just like
a sweet ending.
Yeah, and it's actually kind of like a happy ending, honestly, and it works.
Yeah,
and it's really nice.
And as negative and as I don't know what else to say it, but
nihilistic
as the movie is.
No,
because especially nihilism is represented strictly through Tom Sizemore's character.
Oh yeah, he don't give a fuck about nothing.
But
he's just like all about the chase.
And you think that's what the movie's about at a certain point, because Nick Cage goes on his side, and then Nick Cage, like, his guilt goes, "No, I'm not beating the shit out of that guy. Like, I'm gonna take the high road here and help him." But I love the fact that Nick Cage's character himself is stuck in a weird catch-22 where he wishes he could save more people, because he starts off, he goes, "I haven't saved a life in 6 months."
Right, yeah.
And then we watch him on Thursday, the first night of the movie.
Right.
And he saves a person. He doesn't die. And then he saves someone else. If one person dies, Omar from Omar fucking dies.
But the problem, I think what Nick Cage experiences is he realizes he saves a man's life that wanted to go.
But he only thinks he wanted to go because Nick Cage
is going nuts.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It doesn't. So That's why I say he's stuck in a weird catch-22 because he's only not saving lives because he's guilty about not saving lives. So he can't sleep because he's not saving lives. Now he's not saving lives because he hasn't slept because he's not saving lives. It's like a self-fulfilling prophecy. You're not going to save lives until you get some fucking sleep.
And
The character of Patricia. Sorry, let me finish.
Yeah.
The character of Patricia Arquette is actually represented by she eases his conscience and he sleeps.
Right.
That's it.
Yeah.
That's it. Really, as far as you need to look in this movie. And if you're not patient, because that happens an hour and 20 minutes in the movie where he sleeps on her couch.
Well, no, he falls asleep.
You're gonna miss that.
He sleeps in the drug dealer's couch.
No, for 12 seconds, and he wakes up like, oh, and carries her out of there.
Yeah, because
he takes her home, and then he sleeps on her couch.
Oh, is that what? Okay, yeah. Okay. I was thinking about the drug dealer because I was thinking of Fear the Walking Dead, that character actors and everything. But and that comes back later in the movie where he saves his life, and
that's what I was thinking earlier.
Yeah, he's hanging on the raft. He falls off the roof, and he's impaled on the grate.
No, he doesn't fall. He gets thrown.
Yeah, he gets thrown. Yeah,
if I was heavier, I could have landed. He does jump. You're right.
No, he jumped because the black guy jumped. And he goes, "That motherfucker broke both his legs. He was too heavy. He was too fat. He landed on his legs." He goes, "Oh man!" And like they save his life, but then the girl died. His sexy chick that he lives with.
The girl from The Wire, the lesbian from The Wire. The main.
Is that what it is?
The second main character of The Wire,
right?
Nolte.
Yes.
She was the girl. She was the girl that played the lesbian cop.
Right. Yes.
She's coming up.
Yeah.
I have so many references to The Sopranos and The Wire in this movie because the guy that gets shot that dies is Omar from The Wire, who died in real life a few years ago.
Yeah, it's not sad.
Years ago now at this point.
No, like it was like in November. I think it was really October. It wasn't that long ago. It was just pretty sudden. Yeah, he died of fentanyl. He died of fentanyl poisoning.
No, did he really?
I think he was fentanyl. Yeah, he took a painkiller and it killed him.
Oh no,
that's what happened. I think he was a fentanyl, another fucking fentanyl victim.
He wasn't the most popular. He wasn't the best character on The Wire, but he was the fan favorite.
Well, I loved him on Boardwalk Empire. Chucky White. He was great as Chucky White.
So Micah Kenneth Williams died. Yeah, September of 2021.
Yeah, it was fairly recent.
But yeah, he died. Let's see what he died of because I'm curious.
I think it was fentanyl.
Drug overdose.
Yeah, just accidental fentanyl. It's just, hey, don't take fucking pain pills. I don't know. This shit is don't do drugs.
Edward Norton wrote a cameo for him in The Incredible Hulk because he was a fan of The Wire.
Edward Norton's a dick. And Edward Norton was Paul Schrader's first choice to play the character that Nick Cage plays in the movie. In this movie. Paul Schrader. I think Edward Norton should be this character. It doesn't even sound like Paul Schrader.
Okay. But, intoxication by the combined effects of fentanyl, fluorofentanyl, heroin, and cocaine.
Yeah. Well, I think he's doing coke probably. That didn't help. Because they laced coke, because that's what happened to those comedians that got almost Kate Quigley,
yeah.
Kate Quigley. She got cocaine, and they were on there doing coke, and it was laced with fentanyl. That's what didn't kill her, almost did, but it killed the other two real quick. So that was fucked up. That's why you just don't mess with that shit.
Killed the other 6 or 7 people that she was doing.
Yeah. Shit.
Yeah, there's a whole thing, I don't know, on Facebook with all the comedians, and yeah, she's been sharing.
She liked something I wrote in Instagram like years ago. I don't know how. I don't know how she found it, but that's why I followed her. I was like, I don't even know who she is. I didn't know for years. I was like, I guess she likes something.
I don't know what. I have mixed feelings about her.
We dated for a time and it didn't work out.
No, nothing like that.
No, she likes black guys.
Yeah. Anyway. Nothing against her negatively.
No. I think she's funny. I think she's funny.
Yeah, definitely.
I've seen her. She's funny in some stuff. Yeah.
I just want the sexy side. It's stop. Be funny. I don't. You need to post that shit. Stop.
You play that. You play that. Part.
That's what I'm saying. That's why.
Yeah. Sex sells.
Yeah, I get it, but
yeah,
personal taste. That's all I'm saying. All right, so
But we're forgetting I think one of the saddest parts of the movie was when Nick Cage and Ving Rhames goes to the crack house, and Ving Rhames pulls out his baton. You fucking crackheads! Pulled out his baton. He's getting ready to go in there, and there was a woman giving birth. And of course, Nick Cage's baby dies and Ving Rhames' baby lives.
Yeah.
And he goes, "Oh Lord, doesn't it feel good to be saving lives tonight? My baby died. Oh, come on. We both delivered these babies. They lived." He's trying to help them out.
Let's just say I was watching that movie. I went upstairs to watch this by myself because I know what it is. I've seen this 5 or 6 times.
Yeah.
My wife goes, hold on, grab the baby. We'll go upstairs and watch this. And
Grab the baby.
Baby won't notice anything.
No,
he's 6 months old.
Yeah.
The 4-year-old tags along and watches it with us. We get to the scene with the babies.
Oh yeah.
He looks down and sees the feet, the 4 feet. He goes, Ving Rhames has a funny ass line where he goes, "Too many feet."
Oh, Ving Rhames' reaction is the best.
He has a hairpiece.
Yeah, when I saw it in theaters the first time I ever saw that movie, I died laughing.
Oh God, he's fantastic in it. And I had an argument where I was like, I go, Cena, you know the Arby's, we have the beef or we have the meat line. And she goes, yeah. She always says it, and I go, that's him. And my wife goes, no, it's not. I go, yeah. I know Ving Rhames when I hear him. Okay, can you not argue this stuff with me?
The beef.
Yeah,
I haven't been to Arby's in a while. Have you go to Arby's frequently, or do you have Arby's over there? Is that a joke?
You know my hatred for Arby's.
Yeah, I know.
Fuck you.
I haven't been to Arby's in 10 years.
I went to Arby's in freshman year for baseball. That was the last time I was at Arby's, 1999. Wow. This movie came out the last time I was at Arby's.
Holy shit.
And everyone on the bus ate at Arby's, and they all got sick. And they had to pull down the windows.
See, that's why you don't like Arby's.
Throwing out the window. Yeah, that was the second time, though. That wasn't the first time. That was the second time. And I was like, you know what?
I think
we stop going there.
How about we stop going to this? Stop getting salmonella for breakfast.
Holy shit! But yeah, watching 15. No, it was the whole baseball team, and we also had the cheerleaders on the team.
Right. Oh.
So it was.
Wow.
I don't know why the fuck the cheerleaders were there. I have no idea. It's baseball, but they were all there, and everyone who ate there was puking.
Oh.
And I was like, because this is the second time. I was like, no, I'm good. I will not eat. Oh. And I was watching. I'm like, oh, fucking everyone is sick.
Ah!
It was a massacre of intestinal fortitude.
You were experiencing. You were Gary Sinise in the stand. You were experiencing Captain Trips. Yeah. And lived.
Captain Trips was happening all around me.
Yeah, you were the survivor.
Arby's.
Yeah. And Ed Harris took you in a bunker and blew his brains out because you lived.
I had to threaten that one guy.
Yeah, that's right.
Who's going to put me down?
Why do you get to live and I can't?
Some country dumpkin. Here I am, scientist. Yeah. Yeah. All right. So, I was noticing at one point he kept talking about how 6 months nobody's lived, and I go, 80% of the people we watched him get a call to have lived.
Yeah, exactly. Well, he's on his watch, not because you could argue maybe John Goodman saved that old man's life in the beginning because John Goodman was there first, but he kept pumping, so he came back while he was doing it. So I don't know.
No, and that's where the point of the movie is. Yeah, they worked in tandem.
Yes.
You can't say I saved him. What the fuck did you? They work together. They're partners.
Yeah,
and that's the point. That's why there's 2 of them.
I'm gonna get beef lo mein tonight. Oh wait, I can't. I had that last night. I can't have 2 meals.
I love it. He's like, fuck! I just remembered this. It's like, oh.
He's so upset about it. He can't.
John Goodman's in my top 3 actors.
Oh, he's great.
He's got to be. But
fried chicken and fries.
Half fried chicken.
Fried chicken fries.
Half fried chicken.
I don't know.
Is that an East Coast thing I'm not aware of?
I've never heard of it.
Place, and I was reading the sign when he's inside the restaurant getting chicken, and it says quarter fried chicken. And I was like, Is that like the size of the basket?
I'm gonna think it's the size of the basket.
Because it's not
Maybe it's
literally a quarter fried.
They're the quartered. It's the wings in the hip, or
And
the
half
thigh
would
and
be
the
like
wing.
a breast,
The
and
quarter.
that
Yeah. Half
the
would be a
full
breast.
would be the full chicken.
Right. I think so. Maybe that's the case.
Okay, because that's the only way it made sense. Because I was spending way too much. Because you really do have time in this movie to digest what you're watching.
No, it moves.
Until the halfway mark, and then when Cage does the IV, at that point, you are just like trying to catch up.
Yeah.
But before that, you're sitting there watching it because scenes go on and on and on. Like him and John Goodman park the van, and they sit there, and he falls asleep, and he has this little soliloquy about like, I wish I could sleep like that. The whole time he's been seeing this ghost of this girl named Rose, and it's really effective.
It is, and the way it's shot, like I said, the cinematography is fantastic. It is just
Fantastic.
This ghostly. It's like this weird. It's almost a horror movie, like the way it looks, like the way it just kind of goes by, and it's dealing with all these. Well, he talks about the city is filled with ghosts because everyone on every corner someone dies horribly, in this city every night, and you're talking millions of ghosts walking around the city probably. And then I did love the fact that Ving Rhames, when he was driving by the hookers, he had money out. He was driving by with cash in his hand. Hey, baby!
He goes, let's drive by let's go see some hookers.
Let's just see some hookers, baby.
Immediately, he's just like, he doesn't like hold it out the window because the hookers are off to his right, and he's driving. He's sitting there like holding dollars.
He's in the cab.
Hey, baby! Yeah, it's so fucking funny.
Look, they don't even try anymore. They just wake up and they come outside. Because he's mad that they're wearing like pajamas and they're not wearing like lacy underwear or anything. He's just really disappointed.
He does argue something I also agree with.
Ving Rhames?
Yeah. Where he goes, her titties are out.
Right.
I want a little mystery. And I go, I agree, Ving Rhames. You're a monster. And you think you're correct because of Jesus.
Yeah.
But also I agree. I want a little mystery. Yeah. Like, I think it's sexier when there's this is personal preference. A little covered up.
Yeah.
Compared to fucking just like Met Gala, like X's over the nipples. I'm like, oh, there you go. I'm not
right. Yeah.
Not that I'm the fucking prize you guys are looking for. I'm just saying that's personal preference.
Well, I would say you're the prize.
Thank you.
Everybody's looking for. What? I hate gin. I was drinking gin right there.
Okay, so
I hate gin.
The funny thing about it is it doesn't look like gin. It looks like he poured gin into his alcohol thing in his
Well, no, he's mixing it because he brings out another bottle. I think he has like orange juice or some kind of juice. He's mixing it, and then he starts drinking it straight.
First one he's holding right now is gin.
Yeah, that's the gin bottle. But it's in the is that a
that is an alcohol bottle.
Alcohol bottle, yeah.
It's literally an alcohol bottle.
Yeah, but no, I think the gin's in that bottle. They hide it. They disguise it. Yeah,
that's what I thought was funny about it because they go, "That's a literal alcohol bottle."
Yeah,
like,
it's designed. Yeah,
treating patients.
Yeah,
but it's in his side bag, so he wouldn't use it on accident.
Well, all I know is this is actually pretty accurate because all the EMTs that I ever talked to were horrible party animals, like weekend warrior types.
You blame them?
No, but then again, they worked like 3 days a week. And they worked maybe 12-hour shifts 3 times a week. My friend...
Can I have you back the fuck off? Because it's not just 3 days a week. It's 3 days a week of like the miserable fucking job.
No. You didn't let me finish. That's fine. But you could graduate to a firefighter ambulance driver who works 2 days a week and you don't do anything because you have to wait for the fire. It's fireman related. So you don't go unless there's a fire. So that's even less work.
That really depends on your city that you
sure.
live in. Because a lot like here in Phoenix, when they call, I might kill myself or anything. The firemen show up.
But well, that's here too. Yeah.
Ambulance.
Yeah.
And that's what their job. I'm not because I worked at a job where I had to call those people a lot. I'm gonna turn them off. And I have to call them a lot, or used to, and it was never ever the ambulance. it was always firemen going, what can we do? And they had the same bags that they did here.
Right.
It was like they're EMT trained because they work for the city. EMTs do not. EMTs are private companies that just charge you a fucking crazy amount, and firefighters do not.
Well, firefighters get paid lots of money. They're getting paid.
Well, they're in a union. EMTs
that's the other problem. That's the other issue that they're having. That's why California goes broke. California, you can be a fire chief, retired fire chief, get $100,000 a year pension. Like, what? You don't work. Why do you get $100,000 a year if you don't work them? Like, I understand it was a tough job, but come on, you can't. That's not self-sustaining. You're paying somebody doing nothing $100,000 a year, and that's being. I don't even know if that's the accurate number. It could be more.
It could be way more.
It could be way more, and that's retarded. That's like insane. I mean, they don't even give teachers that kind of a pension.
But think about that's the pension that they're getting. So that means the unions are getting
loaded
40,000.
Yeah. Oh no, it's crazy. Yes, nuts. It's nuts
because they're taking a chip of that. You think they're not? Because at that point, when they're retired, you're not get. As far as I know, you're not giving that pension after after tax or with your. How do I say this? You're not paying that. I believe at that point the city is.
Right,
but could be wrong, but that's what I get it.
But the city gets the money from taxes.
Yes, but I'm saying
yeah.
The person themselves isn't paying the. No,
they're not paying into the city's paying. Yeah.
Maybe I'm wrong. Send me a message if I'm wrong. I don't give a shit.
Well, and it doesn't. I'm not trying to be like detrimental to firefighters. They do good, like especially here in California, the wildfires. They work their fucking ass. So I know lots of guys that are firefighters, and that's a dangerous fucking job, especially with forest fires. That's some fucked up shit. They deserve the money, but after 10 years of retirement, come on, guys, let's back off on this money you're making when you don't work for 10 years.
I understand what you're saying. You're saying
pay them when they're working.
Are lazy fucks who need to die. I got it, Dick. I understood.
Praise Jesus. They're terrible.
This scene is before this, the praise Jesus thing.
Where the rock star dies, where he gets an overdose. We just got our album picked up. We just got signed. We just got signed. This fucking asshole's ODing.
This movie starts off with something The Sopranos did. The same exact song where it's like, get on your motherfucking knees. That song. I'll play it if you don't recognize it.
Well, it's Sopranos is Got Yourself a Gun. Woke up this morning.
They play the same song.
Oh, is it? Okay.
During the scene, yeah. I just watched it.
I'll be banging and starting your life anew, Lord. Oh, thank you, Lord.
What happened?
You fucking died, you stupid bastard. I warned you.
Damn, you guys are good.
That's all I'll play.
That's hilarious.
Paramount doesn't fuck around.
No, we're already dead.
Paramount.
They're at my door. Get out of here. Go. Free yourself.
When it's a Disney movie, I don't play a second of it.
Oh fuck yeah!
When Disney owns Disney, like
if you even say Obi-Wan Kenobi, they're gonna come after you.
Disney or Nintendo does not fuck around with copyright shit. Paramount got a little bit more of a leeway. Warner Brothers, I know, don't really care.
Well, that's they might crack down. I got a brand new CEO. We're running Warner Brothers. You hear that shit?
They stream all their movies, so it is what it is. Point.
Warner Brothers is fucking cleaning house. They're taking care of they're taking out the trash right now.
Oh, are they CNN now?
Oh, they don't. They dumped CNN. They got rid of it. They dumped CNN Plus.
CNN dumped all their fucking people too because of new.
No, I know, yeah, because they're owned by Discovery. Discovery bought them, part of WB, and I guess so. That guy, he's going after J.J. Abrams because they gave him a $250 million deal. He hasn't delivered on anything, so they're saying, "Hey, Bad Robot, we're going to sue you now because you haven't done anything for us." They're going to fucking go after JJ.
Get on your motherfucking knees.
Got yourself a gun.
Keep you inside. Drink any more water?
Oh, say so.
Not even in the corner.
When does this song play? I'll play the song. How about that?
There you go.
Because it is in Soprano Battle Flag by Low Fidelity All Stars, apparently.
Okay.
How do I find it on YouTube? There we go. Battle Flag. How do I play it?
Corruption.
You know this song.
That song, yeah, I know, yeah, you're right.
But Sopranos and this
That is
movie
the-
play it.
That's the Soprano song. Yeah, definitely would be on
Wait.
the Sopranos.
Wait. This wasn't Bringing Out the Dead. This was Running with the Devil.
Yes, you're right.
Running
It
with
was the
Devil
beginning.
plays that song.
It was the beginning
Very
when
beginning.
Lars Fishburne's walking in.
I'm sitting there and I'm like,
You're right, yeah.
the whole time I'm pulling it up, I go, Scorsese only plays good music, or at least like music he loves. I don't see him liking that song. It's always, you know, he loves Rolling Stones more than anyone else alive.
Yeah, yes.
But this is Running with the Devil. I'll pause it there so we can play it later.
I feel like you could play that song because it was in Running with the Devil, a movie that is one of the worst things I've ever seen.
Okay, we'll talk about that
We should-
later. In a
We
second.
should probably get to Running with the Devil in about
You're right.
5
Let's
minutes.
finish up Bringing Out the Dead.
Bringing Out the Dead is a vastly superior movie. This is Bringing Out the Dead. Running with the Devil is beneath my foot, landing somewhere in.
We're not talking about that movie. We're talking about Bringing Out the Dead.
Shanghai. No, I'm just comparing the two.
Don't compare the two yet. That's at the end of the show.
No, I'm just saying in general. Running with the Devil is fucking garbage, and we're gonna get into that because it is one of the worst pieces of shit I've ever seen. And I'm gonna get off my soapbox. I'm gonna talk about it later.
So Bringing Out the Dead, I think it's a. Do I want to say the word brilliant character study? Phrase.
It's close. It's pretty good. I don't know if I would say brilliant, but I would say it's very, very good. Because a brilliant character study. I mean, I don't compare. What's a movie that we compare it to? In that sense, I mean, you got to go. Kurosawa ran for a good character study, but that's different. This is I don't know.
I will say it's Scorsese subdued for the first half,
Yeah.
unleashed for the second half.
Oh yeah. And it heights
Tom
up there.
Sizemore hates Mark Anthony. Turns out in real life too. I didn't know that.
Apparently.
But he wants to beat the shit out of that guy.
Yes.
And Mark Anthony's like, I want water. He's hallucinating. He's in the desert when he's he's strapped onto the bed. And Patricia Arquette has a line or a scene with Cage where she's like, he used to be fine, and then someone beat his head in, or he got shot in the head.
She got shot in the head, and the bullet stayed in his brain, or
He
something.
got shot in the head by either some guy or Cliff Curtis. She goes, I don't know who, and she was just getting high at Cliff Curtis's house.
Right? Yeah.
And it's like, yeah, it's a weird movie that doesn't flow away a movie that you're used to does.
I do have to mention before we start the night security guard. Don't make me take my sunglasses off.
That's his threat.
That guy. He is just such a wonderful part of the movie, and he's in it just enough because he could be too much, but because Scorsese knows how to do restraint, it's just enough where it's funny and enjoyable. And then you have the other character, the nurse, that berates every drug addict that comes in there. Going, oh, you think your heart's gonna explode because you had so much coke in your system? Yeah, well, why don't you stop doing coke, you idiot? She's talking to these guys who are trying to admit themselves to the ER because they have, and that's what ERs are too. Half those people are hypochondriacs and they're fucking in the way of the system. Like real emergencies get fucked up because people mooch the system so badly. Like I've heard horror stories about ERs at night like that. Like they're bad. And the people that come in are usually fucking homeless or they're drugged out of their mind. They're nuts. They're dangerous. It's just a scary fucking thing. I would hate to be a nurse or a doctor in an ER at midnight in any big city in America.
Well, I turn over to my wife and I go, bottom 3 jobs.
Yeah.
EMT in New York City.
That'd be rough.
Coal mine. Those little creepy holes they have to go down.
That's rough.
No, I'm good. I'm good, fam. honestly, number 3 doesn't matter. Bottom 2 jobs, I would say. Maybe.
Well,
I take gay prostitute above those 2 jobs.
Cesspool cleaner. That's a rough one.
The guys that crawl under your house, if you have a
That's-
listed foundation for
Yeah, that
any
scares.
fucking
I don't.
reason, not
I
going
could
under
never do
there.
that. That scares the shit out of me. It's too close.
But 2
for
of
what I
those
do.
jobs are very similar. I don't want to go into. I'm not even
No
claustrophobic,
way.
but I will not go in a fucking hole that. Hey, you have to go down the hole. What's in the bottom of the hole? Well, we don't know yet. Oh, go fuck yourself then. Yeah.
Oh, it could be
around. No,
it could be a gas leak. We need to go in there and find it and smell it and sniff it out for us. Oh, thanks, guys.
no.
Thank
So,
you.
yeah, not fucking doing it. Not a chance in this lifetime. New York City can die. It makes me watch it. Okay, so I have a problem that I relate more to Tom Sizemore in this movie, where I go, yeah, New York City needs to burn and bleed because fuck this. They go down when they keep showing the alleyways where everyone's ODing in this Red Death stuff.
Yeah.
I'm like, yeah, rope it off and let them die. I'm sorry, but like, I don't even have that hatred for junkies that a lot of people do. I do have some sympathy for them, but also I watch them all like that as an ambulance going by and they're going, fuck you, and they're yelling at the help. And I'm like, maybe this is just like, do this for a minute and they're gone.
Yeah. Bill Mooney's got to put him in the cornyard.
Yeah.
Find a way to do that.
It's just it's depressing as shit, and that's this movie in totem. It's a depressing as fuck movie with really, really great character actors.
Oh yeah,
movie's full of them.
The cast is unbelievable this week, and honestly, in connecting with the next movie, that's a great cast too. Only there's a difference between screenwriting and directing.
We won't talk about yet.
Yes, this shows you can have a great cast, have a fucking dumb movie. This is a great cast, great director, and a good everything. You got a great movie, and there's night and day here. That's the difference.
Can I float something by you before we move on to the next movie? This movie reminded me, as far as Scorsese movies, just focused on his little corner here. I think this is his closest movie to After Hours.
I would agree.
But it is a different approach on After Hours, obviously.
After Hours is
his tongue show up, but
After Hours is more of a slapstick comedy in a way. Yeah.
Yes, but
broad.
I like After Hours.
It's fine. It's not my favorite. I've seen it once.
Clearly.
Okay. Maybe I need to see it again.
No, it's a fun movie. It's not amazing or great, but it's a fun movie. It's fine. But this is very similar, where it's New York After Hours. And then that movie, it's like, what kind of chaos can ensue because of these wacky New York After Hours characters? And this one is just like, everyone's shit. Life is shit. Kill yourself. Although if you kill yourself, it doesn't matter either way. So it's like, it's the most nihilistic movie Scorsese's ever done. You brought it up earlier. It's fucking nihilistic as hell.
Oh, sure, yeah. But it's based on a book, so the book might be closer material to that's the reasoning.
But Scorsese's not a guy who's a nihilist.
No. Well, that's what I mean. At the end, there's hope. The end of the movie is hopeful.
I wonder if the book actually ends like that.
That's the thing.
The whole time he's seen this Rose's ghost.
Right.
He goes to see, after he finally, Mercy killed her father that he saved in the beginning. He goes back to her apartment, and it's this scene here, I believe. No, this is the beginning, but this right here. Mercy kills Patricia Arquette's dad.
Yes.
Because he keeps hearing his voice and going, just let me go. Just let me go.
No.
You son of a bitch. He breathes into his. He's smart. He doesn't just put a pillow over his face. He doesn't pull the plug. He breathes in to his tube while the guy dies. And he goes, plugs it in, and then suddenly he's like, beep. And then Nurse Carla from Scrubs comes in. And she's like, oh, he's dead.
If she was a 45-year-old burnt out Asian woman.
No, she looked just like her.
She was Asian in this movie. Bring Out the Dead at the end. I think it was an Asian nurse.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I think so. I just watched it not too long ago today. I'm pretty sure it was an Asian nurse who comes in and starts when Nick Cage leaves. It's coming. It takes a minute. This is like
I know it's right here.
it's right here. Yeah.
He breathes in for a minute here for another like 12 seconds. It feels like maybe.
Oh
2
yeah,
minutes.
he's in there for a while.
It's not a character arc. It feels like it should be. No, I know what you're gonna say, but I say it's not a character arc because he knew from the beginning this was the right thing. It's a character realizing his mistakes, even though they weren't really mistakes. Does that make sense? Character arc would be, oh, I should have saved that guy. Now I'll save the next person. He goes, I saved that guy. I shouldn't have. He says that right in the beginning when he saves him. And then he goes throughout the movie, yeah, I need to kill that guy. And it's not an arc. It's a character realizing he was full of shit, even though he was doing it from the heart, which is just weird.
Yeah.
That's how I say it's a weird nihilistic movie, even though he has a sweet ending.
Well, who knows? Yeah, I mean, we don't know what happens the next day when she goes and she gets high again at the drug dealer's new place.
Oh, there's no Cliff Curtis's new place because they're all dead.
No, Cliff Curtis lives.
Yeah, but his place is no longer a place. So it's blown apart.
Oh, he can rebuild.
No, he's not going to be there the next day, though.
He's got insurance. He'll have brand new carpet, a brand new fish tank.
I do love that scene. Cliff Curtis is in 2 scenes where he takes the pills and he falls. It reminded me of a good version of the Garden State scene where he takes the happy pill.
Yeah.
See you guys later.
Yeah.
But the next scene we see him in, and I love that. Okay, I love the fact that he's running out with Patricia Arquette on his shoulder, and he goes, "Oh, Frank, come on, don't run. You're doing the wrong thing. Oh, let him go. No, Frank, come on." Whole time he's yelling off screen. Next time you see him, he's like, "My fat friend jumped. He broke his legs, but he lived. I took a diet and I lost some weight, and here I am." He like flew further than that guy, so he's stuck on the railing.
Yeah, oh, it hurts.
And he's like, they're gonna heat up the metal. They're gonna blowtorch it. You're gonna feel some extreme heat. And Cliff Curtis is like, "Yeah, you can forget that. Oh, it's so hot." It's a funny scene,
yeah.
But it's also really sad.
Yeah.
This is a good movie of back and forth, like tearing your heartstrings at some points, and also like it's pretty fucking funny.
It's got a good sense of humor to it.
Ving Rhames is, of all people, is the one who flips the ambulance.
Yes, because they're drinking. They were drinking on the job, so
yes, Ving Rhames only took one shot.
Yeah.
There is a one. Okay, let's finish this real quick. I'll show Nurse Carla if I ever get there. Yeah, here she is. How does this woman look Asian to you at all?
Because she's Vietnamese.
She's clearly Mexican. Or look at her.
Oh, you're right. It is.
Are you fucking kidding me?
I was thinking that was somebody else.
No, I think that might literally be Nurse Carla from Scrubs.
I think you're right. No, I was thinking of the other nurse the first time he was there when he was.
Oh, that one is.
He was giving the defibrillator.
That one is Asian.
That's an Asian. That's who I was.
I thought she was like a Maggie Q lookalike.
Yes, but not quite.
No, that one is Asian. This one is.
Yeah, that's what I was thinking.
I think it's literally Nurse Carla.
I think it is. I think you're right. It is her.
I haven't looked it up yet, and I feel bad if it's not. But
I don't think so. I think it's her.
I'm trying to find out because I love Scrubs, and Nurse Carla is a huge part of that. Yeah. Let's find out. Nurse. We need to move on, don't we? Oh shit.
Well, don't worry.
Zombie is one of the credits here.
Oh my god.
Boom, Nurse Carla.
Yeah. I'm not surprised. Look just like her.
God damn.
Yeah.
All right. No, I was like, I was like watching. I go, oh, Nurse Carla's here. And then she said, and I was like, that's Nurse Carla. And I was like, I don't know officially still now. So, okay. So Bringing Out the Dead, I gave it an 8.
I'd say 8. I would agree. It's an 8. It's a solid 8.
In order to get a 9 or 10, it needed more going on. I almost think two things would have helped this and were a detriment to me being like a 9 or 10. It needed more backstory with Cage and less focus on Mark Anthony's character because he has a lot of screen time.
He is the weak link in the chain of this movie.
And he's fine. He's fine. I personally had no problem with it. What about you? Were you bothered by it?
He's a little annoying, but I don't mind him as an actor because he's been in a lot of stuff. He's a good actor.
Yeah.
He's actually a really good actor.
I was watching him. He's screaming for water, and I was like, "Oh fuck, that's Mark Anthony." I forgot.
Right? Yeah.
I actually have no problem with him. I just think they put way too much screen time on him.
Yeah.
And I feel like they should have showed Cage at home and how sad he is. That you don't ever see him at home. Oh, they show him in bed in his tighty whities. That's it.
Yeah.
And then after that, it moves on. And it's like, I like the fact that he argues with his boss, and he's like, "I'll fire you tomorrow. I swear. I'll promise. I'll fire you tomorrow."
Yeah.
And he keeps. It's a fun little joke, but also like, that kind of gets in the way of this character study. I wanted more behind the scenes of Cage's character, because I feel like they would have added more to it and less Mark Anthony. Patricia Arquette, maybe more of that.
I think I have just enough of Patricia Arquette.
Not
I think
her,
just enough.
Her physically, like him going, "Why I want to talk to her is blah blah blah." I don't know, just more motivation, I guess is what I'm trying to say. Backstory motivation with him would have been a better movie for me. It would have elevated it.
Mm-hmm.
They focus too much on the horrors he have to do on the job, and I got that right away.
Yeah.
And then it just kept going with the horrors he has to do on his job, the nightmare after nightmare. And it's like, I got it. The Rose stuff is really effective. Leave that the way where it is. Focus more on what Cage is like as a person, because outside of what we see here, no idea what he's like as a person.
Yeah.
No idea.
No.
That's a detriment to me.
Yeah.
That's why I say it's not a 9 or 10.
Right.
But Scorsese, for a Scorsese movie, fucking weird.
Oh yeah, well, I mean, yeah, it's avant-garde. It's very, very experimental, and it's just Scorsese showing that he can do anything, and he can make something just as European as a European.
The only thing I want to show left in this movie is the scene with Tom Sizemore in the ambulance, where they cut out the frames around his eyes being open, and it's just the frames of the white of his eyeballs. It's so bizarre. Where do I find this thing? Oh my god! You know what I'm talking about, right?
Kind of. I'm trying to picture it. Huh.
It's before this, so it's right before this, though. Right before the Cliff Curtis on the railing. When they're looking for blood, they're in the ambulance. Here it is. Okay, I'll show this. Watch this scene.
Do I have to say more?
This is a very Natural Born Killer scene.
Yes.
And by the way, Martin Scorsese's voice in the intercom here.
Yes.
Also, Queen Latifah.
Yes,
not,
right.
Not now, but
I
earlier.
forgot about. Yeah, that's right. Yeah.
Yeah. I was like, I don't have to look it up. I know it's her voice, and I know Martin Scorsese's voice.
But you've said too much already. Mr. O! It's early for him. Sorry, we're not meant to
He keeps shifting this van. I don't know why.
do O tonight. Something's gonna happen. I can feel it. Put me on the back of that jumper. EMS Essential. What was that call?
Oh, fuck. Okay, 129. Fuck, it must be really short when this happened. Here it is.
Maxwell 13th and 6th. 5 workers are shooting.
When they cut the Tom Sizemore's shot.
Where are my units? 6-6. 6-6 X-ray.
So it's before that. Holy shit. All right, 129.31. 129.6.
Frank! Are you okay?
I'm cutting it because I don't want to get shut down.
Right, yeah.
But it's coming up here in a second. Keeps cutting Tom Sizemore, and it's like this. And they keep cutting out. Anytime his like irises are showing, they cut out. So it's just like the whites of his eyes. Like, it's so bizarre.
They do it again later with oh god, who was it? It was in the I forget. It's not worth. I can't remember off the top of my head now. It's getting late.
Yeah, talk about Running with the Devil.
Run with the Devil. We need to get this guy who wrote and directed this movie a fucking geography lesson, because Nick Cage travels around the world chasing down kilos, not even a truckload, 25, and I'm being generous, 25 parcels of
It's
drugs.
right here. Okay.
It's stacked on Barry Pepper's desk at the end of the movie. That's what that whole movie was about, was this little pile. Yeah, here it is. Yeah.
All right.
They
So
doing
here
that
it
in
is.
slow motion.
They're cutting out the whole second half of the movie. Whenever he does his sequences, he cuts out frames.
Yes, he does.
So
yeah.
if you notice if you watch the movie and you pay attention, he goes like it moves a little too quick that what your eyes used to. So to me, that tells me he's cutting out frames. It's so bizarre.
X-ray, level 1 emergency. Level 1 emergency. I need units.
Here it is,
Units. We
right
got
there.
fires in the hole. 8 to Broadway.
See, he cut out like all the shots with his pupils and stuff.
Right,
He just cut it all out, and it's just the like,
yeah, it's that herky jerky.
so bizarre.
Yeah, it's neat. It's a neat effect.
You see,
He's
like
laughing. Yeah,
every fourth frame is cut out or something.
Yeah. George Miller does that. He'll drop a frame and make the action scene more abrupt, and it's actually makes it worse.
You get that in like car chase sequences, and it never looks good. When Frankenheimer did Ronin, he goes, "I refuse to speed up the film or cut frames. We're doing this 180 miles an hour through the streets of Paris." And he just did it. The movie's that much more better for it.
Yep.
So, but this, it works. It's stylistic, and that's what he's going for, and it fucking works. It's my favorite scene in the movie. Because they're supposed to be fucked up.
Yeah, well, they're fucked up.
So, Running with the Devil. Let me change my background. Oh shit! Go ahead. So I can continue. Dick.
Well, Running with the Devil is written and directed by a retard who doesn't know anything about geography, because Nick Cage, you're in trouble when all the characters are introduced with font on screen, with the character names like nickname. It's just like, oh no, it thinks it's clever and it's not. It's like, oh god, no. The G-Man, the cook, the hire. It's oh no.
Oh, and by the way, Adam Goldberg's name, the snitch, is given away right away by
right.
If you're watching with subtitles like I was, it says when he's introduced, he goes on knock 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 on Larry Fish's door, and he goes, "The snitch, you in there?" I'm like, he's called the. Okay, he gets caught. Hey, can you go take these hookers or OD on this mystery liquid mystery powder I'm doing?
And
yeah,
he did it.
Well, the fucking guy gets caught because he's called the snitch in the subtitles.
Lawrence Fishburne, I think this might be his greatest role. He is so funny, and that scene where he's banging the hookers and doing coke, they pulled that Garden State shot where he's snorting coke and banging the hookers in the background. So bad, but so funny because Lawrence Fishburne's not a skinny man anymore. He's got his wife beater on and boxers, and he's banging the broads all over the place in this room. It's hilarious.
You're being very kind.
It's hilarious.
Larry Fishes.
It's pretty funny. It's a terrible movie though, and Leslie Bibb is terrible. Everybody's terrible in it. It's just so boring, and it makes fucking zero sense geographically because Nick Cage is the cook, but he's not the cook. Look at that.
Nick Cage looks like Walter White in this movie.
He does. But Lawrence Fishburne right here goes, "Come on, bitches! Oh, I'm paying extra for that." And she's got a dildo on.
She has a dildo on here in a second.
Yeah, watch. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm not paying extra for that. Take it in the back, huh?
Put it in the back, huh?
In the back.
Mm-hmm. Right after I finish setting that pussy on fire.
Setting that pussy on fire.
Okay, here's the Garden State sequence Dick was referencing. It's the same thing. I referenced in the Bringing Out the Dead.
Yes.
I guess I'll see you guys later.
Well, that's what I mean. That's what I mean. That's why I brought it up, because this happened.
Fuck it, froze.
That's all right. Actually, this is much better. It's more interesting. It's more surreal. And it has that fucking trying to be artistic music in the background. It's so bad.
Question. In a few seconds, he's about to fuck a girl right here, I believe.
Yes.
And they show his dick.
Do they?
And while I was watching, I go, oh, is that another fake dildo popping out? I assume it's the dildo that we saw in that Asian girl.
It has to be, yeah.
Watch. But it's supposed to be his real dick. Okay, here he goes. Okay, he gets up. There's no nudity because the Asian girl has her hair stapled to her tits.
Yeah, there's no nudity at all in this movie. Even when they go to the strip club, there's no nudity. No, I don't see it.
Hold on. Okay, must have just been my imagination.
You were hoping to see Lawrence Fishburne.
Come on, Larry Fishes.
Come on, Larry. Show me your. Put that pussy on fire.
Put that pussy on fire.
Why
does he do a weird gentleman New Orleans voice?
It's so funny. And so, but this whole movie is. I think I messaged you. I said, "This is Traffic if it was written and directed by a retard." And
I said, in my notes, it's a season of Narcos in 2 hours.
Oh, it's so bad because it makes no sense though. Nick Cage is with Cole Hauser, and he lives in America. They follow the drug.
Sorry.
They follow the drug to every destination it has to go to get to its final point.
Because
literally,
because someone is cutting their drugs.
Right.
Okay, here's my problem with this plot.
Yes.
Okay, so the whole thing is Nick Cage here is with Cole Hauser, and they go down to Colombia. They're trying to figure out who's cutting their drugs because people are dying. Because Leslie Bibb's sister dies in the beginning, and she leaves her daughter to her, and her daughter, Leslie Bibb, immediately goes, "I can't do this shit. You take her. She's your sister too."
Yeah, it's her brother. She wants her brother to get rid of the.
Oh, I thought it was her ex-husband. That's what I assumed.
You might be right. I don't know. I thought it was
say. So you're probably right.
I thought it was her brother.
I'm probably right. It doesn't fucking matter because
I don't think it matters.
Hold on. What's Cage's name in this movie?
The cook.
What's his name? Larry Fishes.
I forgot his name.
He's the boss.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense. He's not the boss though.
He's not the boss at all.
Barry Pepper's the boss. And I think they call Barry Pepper the.
Oh, sorry, he's the man.
The man, you're right. Yes, but the boss is Barry Pepper. But I don't think they call him the boss. Do they call him the businessman?
No, he's called the boss.
Is he called the boss? Okay.
Yeah, I got it confused. I'm looking right now at IMDb.
Okay.
So it said Nick Cage, the cook, Larry Fishburne, the man. I did my second note. Okay, my first note of this movie is Redbox Entertainment. That's a real fucking thing.
I saw that. I was like, oh God, no.
Because I always said, does Nick Cage live inside the Red Box?
He did for a time because this is that period where like 2014 to 2019 he was in the Red Box.
I did that during my first episode, I think, when I watched The Trust. And I went,
oh,
he's a Red Box man. He lives inside it. And I watched the movie. I go, that was a good movie. I really enjoyed that. Like, honestly, love that movie.
Trust?
The Trust. I told you about it with Elijah Wood.
Yeah, I didn't watch that one. Yeah.
It's not amazing, but it's a fucking solid movie. And it's another character study movie, and not great characters, but it's a fun movie. Like there's two guys who are just combating with each other the entire movie. They're fucking with each other, which I love. It works. This movie, it doesn't work.
Well, the geography, like Nick Cage is literally
Cole Hauser.
Cole Hauser, Nick Cage drive to Colombia from Bogota to Cartagena, Colombia. I looked it up. It's 17-hour drive. And they beat the drugs there. Because they're
trying to figure out. Well, the problem is it's not told linearly. They're trying to. The point of Cole Hauser and Nick Cage, who's Walter White in this.
They're wearing the same outfits the whole time.
Yes, and they're trying to track down where in the supply line of the drugs they're getting tainted.
Yes.
Instead of starting at the very end,
Where it's
which
being
makes
tainted,
way more fucking sense to me.
Which is being tainted by Lawrence Fishburne, the man. That's where it's getting cut.
Can I
He's
just say,
doing it.
Dick, if you and I were in charge of podcasts and we were putting out this show, and suddenly you're watching this online and you go, there's a bunch of swastikas around my face. Who's cutting our supply here of videos?
Exactly.
Let me start with the creator of YouTube.
Yes.
Wouldn't you start with me?
Right. Yeah.
Wouldn't you start with a guy who's last touched it?
Yeah.
Who maybe didn't notice it and therefore didn't test it?
Well,
it doesn't make any fucking sense why you would start at the source. It makes sense with like a fire. Where's the source of the fire? We'll stop it there. But no, it's the drug. You start with Larry Fishes, who's a drug addict who doesn't make it to his daughter's piano recital and jerks off into those weird booths that you see at like a like.
No.
Speaking of Leslie, no, it's not even Leslie Bibb at that point. It's
no, he's at a porno shop, and it's a view. He's watching two girls kiss. It's just like, it's not even. He's doing it. He sees it for 2 seconds. Goes, ah! He
pays it. He's almost there, and he's like, oh.
Yeah.
They're like, they're doing their lesbian show away from him.
Yeah,
like, he sees their backs.
Yeah, it's like
there's like, yeah, lesbian, spines.
I love this. It's like, what?
Oh!
I think those were the girls that end up being in his. He brought home later. They're the same girls.
We'll find out right here.
And what cracks me up? Okay, so the movie opens with a guy tied to a toilet seat. Remember?
And he looks white.
He looks white and he's skinny. It's supposed to be Lawrence Fishburne. The body type doesn't match at all.
Question.
What?
Because this is my second time seeing this.
Oh my god, if you're brave.
So I saw this movie the first time and I had the same exact reaction the second time. I go, okay, that's Nick Cage. The body next to the toilet and he's bleeding.
That's what I thought, yeah.
And then they show it the second time and I'm like, oh, maybe, yeah, because I know at that point it's Larry Fishes.
Yeah.
And I go, by the way, that's what I call him. Just deal with
Larry
it.
Fishes.
Larry Fishes.
Hey, Fishes.
Larry sleeps with the fishes because he gets kidnapped, his arm cut off, fed to dogs by Cole Hauser. And then Cole Hauser, I just want to mention, because I always bring up two shows on this show, because not this show, but on our live streams, Yellowstone,
right,
and Big Sky. I do have a note here because Cole Hauser is the best character outside of obviously Kevin in Yellowstone. He plays Rip on Yellowstone, and he's like the fan favorite on that show. The Cole Hauser's absolutely fantastic in Yellowstone. I don't want to like be sarcastic here. He's the reason I will keep watching the show. Him and Kevin Costner, they are fantastic. And I'm sitting there watching Cole Hauser in this, and I'm like, oh yeah, you were in this. I forgot, man. And then also Meadow Soprano. My wife walks into the room and she goes, wait, isn't that the girl from Big Sky? And I was like, oh fuck, you're right. She grows up to be a person on Big Sky.
Oh, okay.
And it's so disappointing because Big Sky sucks.
And you see that her nose changed from
and
the
also,
time she was on The Sopranos to when
yes.
she's an adult. Yeah.
And also the guy on Big Sky is in Sopranos. The guy where Christopher walks in and shoots the guy in the deli for making him wait in season 1.
Oh, Christopher shoots with. Oh, that's right.
Yeah, shoots with the foot. That guy,
right?
The
Okay,
90s dude. He's a main character in first couple seasons of Big Sky. And I was like, oh my god, you're so right. So many people on these two shows with this one movie that we're watching.
Yeah, maybe it's the same casting director.
Oh my god, it's crazy.
But yeah, because this cast is unbelievable. They got a lot of good actors. It's just when you don't have a good director or a script, they're going to suck, and they all suck. They're all just boring and bland. And Barry Pepper's kind of having fun with the character. Nick Cage is
for
just
his
boring.
47 seconds of a scene.
Yeah, I mean, he's just
why Leslie Bibb is after them. Here's the problem with this movie: it's a procedural.
Yeah,
without knowing it's a procedural.
Yes.
The last 12 seconds are a procedural where she's like, I've been tracking. It's like, were you? Where the fuck? I haven't seen you in 27 minutes. Where have you been?
She had to get a warrant. It took her a couple of days.
But Peter Fasinelli's down in fucking Columbia as what's his name? Number 1. And Leslie Bibb is agent in charge. Like, he has more scenes than she does. He's down there like he's like standing next to the guy combing his hair in the mirror, and he's like right there with Nick Cage after Nick Cage gets betrayed by fishes. Which we'll talk about that scene in a second, but I want to move on. He's right there next to him, and he's just like, it cuts to later, and Leslie Bibb's like, she goes to Cage's, he's the cook, and turns out he's a literal cook of food, not just drugs, which I guess was a twist.
Yeah, that made no sense because who's Clifton Collins Jr.? He's the cook because he makes
Clifton
the drugs.
Collins Jr. is the guy who
makes the drugs.
He's the courier or something, right?
He's making the drugs in the forest.
His name is.
He's the cook. He makes the drugs.
He's not on this fucking list. Oh my god.
He's like barely in the movie too. He shows up and then he gets. It's like that one scene where they juxtaposed the white people going to school and the Mexican people going to school in the beginning of the movie, where they had nothing because the little girl goes to school, the school bus, and then she drops the kids off. It's like this weird scene where it's superfluous. It's not needed at all because you don't know who these people are anyway. It doesn't matter. So it's a weird scene.
Farmer.
Yeah. Because he makes the drugs.
So the only part of the movie I found interesting was Clifton Collins Jr. is the farmer. He makes but he's the guy who makes the drugs. Which you don't cook cocaine, right?
I don't know. I'm not sure.
Powder. I'm not a fucking drug guy. You're not.
I don't know how. I don't know how it works. I'm sure because I always see it. They do put it in some kind of thing, and they kind of shift it, and the residue comes out of the water.
You got the girls in their bras.
There's always the girls in the bras.
Yeah.
There's always in their bra because you can't steal any product that way.
East Asian girls in their bras.
It depends on the year and what type of exploitation film. If it's R-rated, they're topless. If it's
Shaft,
they're wearing underwear.
Shafts are topless.
Yes.
Okay, so, but the point is, Clifton Collins Jr. is great.
No, he's always good.
Fucking everything.
He's a hell of an actor. He's like one of the best actors.
And he has to do a hike, and he kisses his wife goodbye. And she's like, "Oh, make sure you come back for Jose. He's sick with the plague."
Puppy,
he says.
Yeah, it's like what?
And he's like, "I'll be safe," and he leaves, and like, I don't know, 6 miles into his 280,000 mile journey.
He's meeting with Nick Cage.
Not
he meets
yet.
with the Cage. He gives him the brick.
Not yet.
Eventually, not yet. Okay.
No. So this is him. This is how it's supposed to go. He halfway through his journey, he gets accosted by 2 guys in the jungle, and he shoots them because they're about to rob him. And he's like, "Bah, bah," and he shoots the other guy again on the ground, buries them in stone. I'm so tired, and continues on his trek. He goes all the way from this like it shows you on the map, and it's like a national forest. He goes up to Bogota in Colombia, and he drops it off to a guy. The guy gives it to another guy who's supposed to give it to the guy who flies the plane up to Mexico. Then in Mexico, they smuggle it over, or they just fly it straight over, is where I get confused. It doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
But where Nick Cage comes in is he gives it, okay, Clifton Collins Jr. gives it to his supplier, to the next guy in line, and then leaves. That guy goes horror crazy, spends a bunch of money at a brothel, and then goes back the next day, and 2 guys from a rival cartel, as far as I know, kill the cops.
Yes. Well, that's the other problem I had. It doesn't make any sense.
Yeah. There's some problems here.
They kill these guys are stealing the drugs, so they kill the border cops. And, oh, by the way, they leave the federales on the street in their underwear where you can see them, so you know they're fake federales wearing the outfits because they're right there in the open. They're not even covered. They're just sitting right there in front of the truck stop. It's so stupid. These are two dumbest Mexican hitmen I've ever seen. And then, of course, Nick Cage and Cole Hauser's right there. They appear out of nowhere and kill them and get the drugs moving to the next phase, which is to get on a boat, and it goes across the sea to South America. No, it's not South America. It goes to Central America. But it's like a 17-day trek. But Nick Cage gets there first.
Oh, it's told out of order. I will give it.
But they're wearing the same clothes.
No, not Nick Cage. I'm saying this stuff all happened before Nick Cage even left.
No, Nick Cage is there. He shows up. He's there.
The stuff with them in the background happens before that. So they go from Colombia and they go around the South America, or Central America.
Yeah, they're there
halfway through.
Yeah, because
then it goes from there to Monterrey, Mexico, which is where, by the way, Richie had some problems with some vampires that killed his brother. I'll just say that. Richie is the one who died. Sorry.
Do you know where El Rey is? You know what that is, Kate?
Monterey's just short of El Rey.
Is that what it is?
Well, they're supposed to go to Monterey.
Yeah.
I think eventually.
El Rey.
No, El Rey is where they went.
Is that where it's going? Yeah.
Titty twist.
I might be a bastard, but I'm not a fucking bastard.
Kate.
Yeah.
You gotta throw Kate in there.
Kate. Go home, Kate.
Okay. I'm watching the video now. He's about to kill the two federales, and then here we go. Here's the cut. Right.
Nick Cage shows up with Cole Hauser.
I'm just going to show this because these two guys just killed the two federales.
Right. They're right there.
They're on the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk. They're not covered or anything. It's hilarious.
These two guys are like, doo, doo, doo. The sidewalk's right here.
They're literally right there. Yeah,
I think they show it in the other shot, and it's the sidewalk's over here, like they're across the street.
Yeah, it's pretty obvious. You could literally see him from where that truck is.
Well, here we go.
See the body.
Oh, here goes.
Yeah.
It's really hard to do this sometimes.
Oh, you're going way forward.
I know. I'm trying to skip. I'm trying to confuse it and go back. Oh, he's breathing. But that is the end of that scene.
Yeah,
where the cops are still there and apparently breathing. He's Anthony Anderson at the end of The Departed, just breathing, open on camera.
I didn't notice that.
I watched it in the theater, like I said, like 7 times, and I'm like,
really? You noticed that?
Breathing. Like he's still supposed to be dead, but maybe he's still alive technically. So it kind of like put that aside. I'm like, all right. I'm like, Marty, come on. How do you not notice that?
Oh, come on, Marty. No, so basically all of this work, and then they go to Canada, and Nick Cage is in Canada with Lawrence Fishburne to take the drugs through the backwoods of Canada. The backwoods of Canada, where Lawrence Fishburne, why is he even? He doesn't have enough he's not in shape to even go hiking. And he's in the dead of the winter fucking dead zone, no man's land of Canada, going over the border into Canada to deliver 4 bricks of drugs. 4! Like, it's like not worth the effort.
You're making so many good points. I didn't want to interrupt you.
It's so annoying. What's just and then
hold on. Sorry. I will let you finish, but I want to say the purpose of this, as far as chronologically, is they tracked it from Colombia. He keeps testing it, Nick Cage, and it's clear white.
Yes,
and then he gets to the States, and then he gets to Johnny Fish's place. He gets to Larry Fish's place, whatever they call him.
Johnny
and
Fish.
He goes, this is after Adam Goldberg's dead. No, not even dead yet. He's still alive.
Not dead yet. He's still alive.
He's working for Leslie Bibb because she hooked him into like a fucking car battery in a locker.
Yeah, she leaves him hanging for like 3 weeks. He's like hanging
about
in a
that.
room for
And
3
that
weeks.
scene doesn't matter.
No.
It goes nowhere.
No.
He's like, yeah, I'll tell on you. I'm wearing a black thong. Fine, let's go. She's
I'll
like,
do
all right,
it.
let's go. Leslie Bibb is so underutilized in this movie. I feel bad for her because she was fine. I have no problem with Leslie Bibb. I like her as a person, as an actress. But she was so not useful here.
What's money?
Her scenes don't matter. No, not her as a. Again, not her. Her scenes do not matter.
No,
because Adam Goldberg, like, he's like, fine, I'll do it, and then he gets in a car with Nick Cage, and because Nick Cage tested the drugs at Larry Fish's place, it's red. He's like, he's cutting it. Okay, I know where this is getting cut now. Instead of starting at the end, which makes way more fucking sense.
He's been on a whirlwind trip around the world for 6 months trying to.
What do you start with? It's called the path of least resistance. Start with, hey, this place is 3 blocks away. Let's go test their drugs. Oh, it's red. Kill that guy.
And then on top of that,
go to Colombia, go to Mexico, you know what I mean? Come fuck on.
This is supposed to be this like multi-billion-dollar industry. There's business. All this work is for like 20 bricks at the end of the movie where they're on Barry Pepper's coffee table. It's like 20 bricks of where the drug is. In any fucking drug running movie, the operation drops hundreds of those bricks, not like 20. You need to, because you're going to lose half of them on the journey because cops are going to hassle you. You're going to have to dump the material. That happened all the time. Like, you're dropping it in different spots, you're collecting it, but you're going to lose some product because you're not going to be able to get all because the cops are on your tail. Or you're going to, it's called leakage. It's part of the business. It's leakage.
Breakage.
Leakage my balls. That's on casino.
But I feel like they're going, we have to make these 8 kilos. And that's literally all that matters at this point.
Yeah, it's like, who gives a shit? It's like, that's nothing.
But I think the point is, who's diluting this thing?
Right.
The problem is, he finds out who's diluting it.
He doesn't do anything until like 5 hours later.
Walks to fucking Canada.
Yeah, he takes him to Canada.
He's like, I trust you with my life in this dangerous land, this treacherous land. Let's walk there together.
We're going to
you're betraying me? How dare you?
Yeah. I'll take my chance with a cocktail, brother. Oh! Because Nick Cage slips and falls, and then after they lose the bag. They lose the bag. Yeah, they lose the bag in the
half
river.
The product.
Yes. Again, why would you take all this risk with these fucking for 12 bricks of drugs when you can fly to Canada with 50,000 bricks and just deliver it somewhere? Like, you don't need to take it through
on what you were getting to a minute ago.
So annoying.
Lawrence Fishburne, Larry Fish's. His job in this movie is street pusher. Clearly, right?
He's the man.
Everything he does is street pusher. It seems like that's his fucking job. That's what I got from the first 45 minutes, right?
Yeah, he's a lower enforcer in this drug organization. He's nothing.
But then suddenly he's Clifton Collins Jr.'s role, where he has to do the trekkage and carry these drugs to fucking Canada from, look here, the American Southwest.
Yes.
Look in the background.
Right. Yeah. Exactly.
And they go right from here to walk into Canada.
Yeah.
There is nowhere north of Oklahoma that looks like this. Maybe Nevada.
Will you forgive me for my suspension of disbelief?
So then they walk 600 miles to Canada, and they have to go up the fucking mountains like Frodo. What the fuck is happening?
It's bad.
It's bad.
It's bad. This is a terrible movie. And it thinks it's so cool. That's the worst part. This movie thinks it's cool, and it thinks it's like, oh, this is a great movie. This is going to be a great movie released in theaters. Oh, wait. It's going right into Red Box. It's a piece of shit.
You say cool? I think it thinks it's being a documentary type movie.
It thinks it's like it's Traffic. It thinks it's Traffic, but it's written by a retard.
You brought up Traffic. I brought up Narcos.
Yeah,
also, Sicario comes to mind.
Yeah.
It thinks it's doing this gritty, independent type movie, but it's fucking stupid. It's fucking stupid. The problem is with this movie, it would be better if it was worse.
Yeah, exactly.
It's just bad,
It's
and
boring.
It's not annoying at all. I would say it's
just-
not annoying. It flows. It didn't
yeah.
feel like it was longer than its length. I will give it that much credit.
Right.
It
doesn't make any sense.
It's a movie. It doesn't make any sense, but I'm not watching it going fucking end. I'm like, oh, it's over. Okay.
Right. And then Lawrence Fishburne, Nick Cage magically survives the fall and calls Barry Pepper, and Barry Pepper answers his phone when Sam or Lawrence Fishburne comes in. So again, that was like 3 days later. So was Nick Cage on the ground for 3 days, and he woke up and he calls Barry Pepper?
I think the idea was because Larry Fishburne knocks him off the cliff, or lets him go.
Yes.
I think you're supposed to fall in because just like the backpack, you fell in the water, washed downstream for a day or two.
He didn't though.
No, I think that's what we're supposed to believe.
No, but he's not even wet. He's on the ground in his
phone.
It's
a day or two. Then he got washed ashore and then woke up later. Like, oh, what the fuck? I think that's what, because the backpack's not wet either.
No, the backpack. Lawrence Fishburne takes the backpack out of the river because it's downstream.
No,
He gets it out of the water.
He dragged it off the shore.
Yeah, but it was in the water, and it came. But
I
that's
think,
because that happened
Nick
earlier.
Cage was supposed to be the same thing. I'm not going off what I believe. I'm going off what I think they were trying to say.
They failed miserably because it's not what I saw.
No, it's a fucking terrible cut because he goes, "I watched you die," and you see Nick Cage fall. Then it cuts to him in the land, facing a different direction, like up against the rock, and it's like, "Oh, my legs!" And it's like
this whole movie is
your
like
brain would be fucking liquid gel. Like
this guy needs a geography lesson because all these places happen thousands upon thousands of miles apart from each other, and Nick Cage is magically there, like within a 20-minute travel. Nicolas Cage has wormhole capability. He can go wherever he wants on planet Earth.
Here we go. Then we find out at the end, because I do like this is one of the few scenes I like in this movie, when they are amusing Larry Fish's character. Where they go, good job getting us these 8 kilos of drugs. Good, like seriously, good job, man. You need a promotion. He's like, yeah, well, that's what I do. Cigar. Goes to the bar. Has a cigar.
They want you to go to Colombia.
He's in Canada now. Goes to Barry Pepper's office. Barry Pepper's like, let me tell you about Scientology. Oh wait, sorry, different movie. Sorry. Let me tell you about Eating Rat. No, sorry, different movie.
Your favorite bartender.
They want you to go to South America. Why don't you go down there?
Right.
Cut to Cole Hauser walking through, and it's him. It turns out it's Larry Fishburne that's in the tied up behind the toilet. He looks very much black now. And then he cut off a piece of his arm, fed it to the dog, picks him up, carries him outside, and the whole time you're seeing like him getting his ties are on his wrists get stuck around some metal, and that thing gets the things get lit on fire. The skids in front of him. I was like, I've seen this once before. Like I said, when this movie first came out, and I go, all right, that's Nick Cage. So my mind went, that's Nick Cage. That's Nick Cage. That's Nick Cage. So I'm watching this going, oh, it's Larry Fishburne. I thought it was the other way around, where Nick Cage got the upper hand, and then Larry Fishburne kills him. But no. Nick Cage is still alive.
Now Leslie Bibb gets the upper hand.
Eventually, but not yet.
John Doe has the upper hand.
He lights Larry Fishburne on fire here.
Yes, that's what made me laugh. Because that's obviously not Lawrence Fishburne in the toilet
at all.
At all. Handcuffed to a toilet seat for the movie with a bag over his head. It's like not even
pounds
close.
lighter.
Yeah, he's literally 100 pounds lighter.
I couldn't see through his body, his nude body there, that his daughter was in pornography. I couldn't see that at all.
Exactly.
It's a different man completely.
Yes.
I watched you die. Oh, let me click the audio on. Sorry. I watched you die. Is what he just said. Yeah. Look, watch this fall. Different direction. You did a 180.
And he just wakes up. And he's on the
But
ground. Yeah.
I think the idea was he got washed ashore after the river kicked him out.
I don't think so. I just don't see it. I think he fell and he wakes up. That's it.
I don't disagree with what you're watching.
Yeah.
But I think the filmmakers thought he got washed ashore.
The filmmakers also thought
that's what happened to the bag. The bag did the exact same thing. Therefore, I'm seeing him. Same thing.
But the bag fell before.
Yes, the bag got washed up and then kicked aside to the shore at some point. Because Lawrence Fishburne picks it up on the bank of the river. That's the only reason I'm really believing that's what we're supposed to believe. Because here it is. He's completely woundless except for his legs. He kills Lawrence Fishburne with some crutches. I'll stop playing during his sex noises. Buries him alive, and then he goes back to a literal cook at a restaurant.
Yes.
Leslie Bibb previously had a scene with Barry Pepper where she's like, I will get you eventually. He goes, what do you have other than I own some planes or blah, 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 blah. Yeah. And she's like, I'll get you eventually. Maybe you're right. You'll get away with it, but I'll eventually get you. And then cuts to her at the restaurant. And she has a long scene of smoking a cigarette.
Oh, so annoying.
And then just pulls out a gun and shoots Cage 3 times in the chest.
Yes.
And walks out of there.
Because he goes, you're going to arrest me? No.
Not exactly.
I said, I can't arrest you. I can't do anything about this. That just pops him 4 times. And that's the end of the movie.
Running around. You're never going to get caught, you know?
It's got that music.
I like Leslie Bibb.
She's fine.
No, she's fine. Yeah. But she's too good for this.
It's like one giant, never-ending, self-licking ice cream cup.
That's the worst line of dialogue I've ever heard. Self-licking ice cream cup. Like, oh, God.
Here it is. Here's what you do. Arrest me? Not exactly. Here it is.
Yeah.
Therefore, you gonna arrest me?
No.
Here's some movies I don't like that seem like they would work in practice. Out of the Furnace. Is that it? Is that the end of my list? Look,
that's quick.
Oh no, the Drop.
The Drop wasn't terrible.
No, I like it, but I should love it based on that cast. But Out of the Furnace was another one. Christian Bale.
Right? Yeah.
Fucking seems like a great movie. Watch it and you're like, oh, it's okay.
It's fine. It's serviceable.
But I have no different opinion in this movie than those movies.
Oh, I would say those movies are vastly superior.
They're made better, but
vastly superior.
Yeah. What's that Brad Pitt one where he has a shotgun?
Oh, Killing Them Softly or
Killing Them Softly.
Yeah, Killing Them Softly. Yeah, that's another one.
Where I go, that's a good movie, but I should love it, but I just don't care.
Right, yeah.
Just fails. Fails at what it's trying to do.
This is
it's
America.
Fake, gritty, fake independent and fake gritty. That's what it feels like it's synthetic, fake, and gritty.
Well, it's also every kind of movie that's made for Redbox and Netflix and all these streaming services. When it's like this is a Netflix original, it's synthetic fit movies. That's how I feel because they're made to look like real movies, but they're not. Like Red Notice, Bird Box. Like you watch those movies and the 12 Angry Men or whatever it was with Chris Hemsworth and the Charlize Theron movie where she's like an immortal. Like you try to. I've never watched any of these movies. Yeah, or Army of Dark, or Army of One, or the Zack Snyder awful movie, Vegas zombie movie,
Army of Dead,
Army of the Dead, and all those movies. They're just they try to pretend to be real movies, and they look like shit. They're not real. They feel like they're fake movies.
That's what I put these as. This
is a fake movie. Yeah,
it's not a. This one actually is a decent movie for a Redbox movie. I will say that. I will give it that much credit. I've seen Redbox movies where I'm like, oh, fuck, like this is terrible. And this one I'm like, wait, what? Who? How?
Yeah.
I was more confused. I wasn't like bored. I wasn't. It clipped along at a decent pace.
Yeah, I did. But I was just perplexed at everything that was happening. I was like,
Yeah.
what? Who's that? Why there? What? Why is Nick Cage here all of a sudden? He's like the fucking magic man. He
He's
can show
out of
up
the movie
anywhere.
for 40 minutes and he suddenly appears as
He pops up.
lived, you will die. Like, yeah, he does his weird little speech there. All
terrible.
being said, I gave it a 5.
I give it a 10. No, I give it a 4. I hated it.
Yeah, you hate it more than I did.
I did. I was pissed off watching those. I'll give it a 3. Fuck it. I'm gonna give it a 3. I hated it.
Fine.
That movie sucks.
I did like when they showed the price of kilo, the price per pound or per kilo. And it was
Sure.
like it started off like $5,000 or $400 or something like that, and it was like
yeah.
24,000 by the time I got to the end of Canada. I like that. That it felt like they had really good ideas. They just didn't know how to do it, and that's all I can really say. Like my harshest criticism just says you failed. And that's as far as I really want to go with that. It's just I give it a 5. Like it was almost a decent movie, like with some changes to the script that made sense. I did compare it to the Rip Van Winkle caper of Twilight Zone.
Wow, that's a stretch.
Because he kills people with gold and carries their gold and can't survive anymore and has to trade it for water.
Sure.
And I felt like that's what Larry Fisher was doing with the cocaine in the snow. But yeah, let's end this. With that being said, clearly bringing up the dead wins, right? I mean, do we have to really compare that?
No.
All right. So, any parting words of wisdom on this movie?
What the fuck? That's ugly. I use my Die with a Vengeance reference.
Die with a Vengeance, yes. I just want to say, no, I got nothing. It's not good. What does it have? 5.4 on IMDb. Yeah, with 8.1 thousand.
Jesus, that's too high. Ugh. God damn it, honey. No, thank you.
It's just kind of it's lackluster.
Oh, big time.
This is supposed to be my birthday episode where I was like, let's celebrate.
And now I'm mad and sad and I want to eat a bullet.
We should have done these in reverse. Where it was,
we should have, yeah.
We did it like this. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, well.
Well, this is a versus episode. Winner, right?
Oh, absolutely.
Without question. Winner, right?
Oh. Last season's
I own this on
losers.
Blu-ray.
Oh, my God. How much did you pay for it? Or did you steal it from the Red Box?
Hold on. Oh, my God. Disc made in Mexico. Can you see this right here in blue?
No!
Disc made in Mexico.
Wow.
Can you see that?
No.
Oh, yeah. Just like some of the drugs here.
Oh. Good Lord.
This movie sucks.
That's horrible. I
this
hate
movie.
It's a bomb!
That's true. Absolutely.
Sucks. So let's find out what I thought about the Cage rankings for these two.
Yes. Let's
And
see
we'll get
your
the fuck out of
graphic.
here.
Your wonderful graphic. Wow. Look at that. That's high at number 8. Pretty good. 6 Cage. Ooh, nice. Yeah, I'd agree.
Quality movie on the left. Number 8, Bring Out the Dead.
Yep.
Running of the Devil, number 32 on the left. I did get rid of the Croods and Spider-Man just so I didn't want to have the voice
No
acting
animation.
anymore.
Yeah, it's fine.
Yeah, eventually it was like I was doing it today. I'm like, this is unfair. How do I do it? Fuck these. Get them out of here.
Right.
So on the right here, quality of Cage, Bring Out the Dead, number 6.
Yeah.
Right under Joe. Right
Yeah.
above and Bearable Weight of Massive Talent.
Yeah, it's crazy.
I'll turn this off. There we go.
That's pretty good.
And Running with the Devil, number 25. Right below USS Indianapolis, right above National Treasure. Because honestly, Cage was fine in this movie. He was good.
Yeah, he was fine.
He's not.
He's not asking much from him. He's just kind of showing up doing his. He gets mad when he has to be mad, and he's calm when he has to be calm. There's no crazy Cageisms in this one.
Yeah, but Bringing Out the Dead.
Yes,
I thought he was so good in that movie.
He was very good in that movie. Very good.
He's just as good as he is in Leaving Las Vegas. I put that as number 2.
Yeah.
But he's just as good. It's just that the movie is not as good as Leaving Las Vegas.
Right.
Which is why on the left it's a couple below that.
Right. Yeah.
But but his role is very similar. It's just it's just a matter of circumstances where you end up in the movie.
I would put Season of the Witch above this movie in quality of movie, just because it had Christopher Lee in it.
Oh no!
No.
All right. Until next time, which is gonna be next week.
Dun, 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 dun.
8mm 99 versus Bad Lieutenant Port of Call.
Ooh, nice. Good double feature.
This is 2 movies I cannot watch with kids in the room.
Hell no.
Both movies are like, get them the fuck out of here.
I saw it. Made me fucking sick.
When he bribes that couple by taking their drugs and fucking his girlfriend over the trunk of their car.
Yeah.
And Bad Lieutenant. I can't watch that with a 4-year-old or a 6-month-old.
No, I'm afraid you can't. Not that one.
Probably not a good idea. But that'll be next time. Episode 66, B Movie Battle. Episode 44, Nick Cage Cast. Beyond that, Nick Cage Cast 645 is Amos and Andrew. A quality movie with him and Sam Jackson.
Yeah. I haven't seen that one. I want to see that one.
I've seen it.
Yeah.
I liked it.
Yeah.
I liked it quite a bit, actually.
Yeah, that one looks like a fun movie.
Very 90s.
Oh, yes.
Plot,
yes.
It's The Negotiator Part 1.
Okay, all right.
Knee-bomb.
Come on, Knee-bomb.
Who killed Nate, Knee-bomb?
Who killed that? You had a wiretap, Knee-bomb.
The whole fucking movie.
Knee-bomb had him at his house.
What is... Last thing, we'll end on this. What is Kevin Spacey's character's name in that?
Chris Sabian. Get me Sabian!
This is why I love having you here.
Chris Sabian. I don't want to talk to nobody but Chris Sabian.
Yeah.
Get me Sabian. We have to get Sabian. Who? Chris Sabian. They say his name 75 times.
They say everyone's name 75,000 times in that movie.
They really do. It's kind of funny.
It's like 80% of the script is his character name.
It's just names. Yeah, it's pretty funny.
It's crazy. Knee-bomb has said no less than 2,000 times.
Yes.
I can't tell you who Knee-bomb is.
J.T. Walsh.
I thought so.
Yeah.
But I wasn't.
Who died before that movie came out. That was his last movie.
Well, he also got killed halfway through this movie.
He does get killed halfway through the movie.
When they shoot him. The SWAT
Come on, look at that. That was assassinated.
3 times.
Chris Sabian assassinated Knee-bomb.
They say it so many. Anyway,
and then even Sam Jackson has a line. Tony Romo was just starting to like you. He even refers to himself.
His name is Tony Romo, the quarterback from the
exactly
Cowboys.
Yeah, except he has no back problems and he doesn't fall down all the time.
But he's doing great commentary where he's predicting what quarterbacks will do.
Is he?
Until next time. In the meantime, I'm Phoenix West. So long, citizens.
Citizens of Wonderland, rejoice in the fact that we have covered another movie on the show. Go to liwstudios.com for more videos and podcasts. Subscribe to Loitering in Wonderland on YouTube. Search on Amazon for books by Richard Pierce. Until next time, and in the meantime, we are Phoenix West, Dick Dickett and Jansen Carlin. So long, citizens. All hail our glorious leader. Shut off the fucking show now.
It's your barbecue and it smells good.
It smells so good.
There it is.
Get on your motherfucking knees.
Oh, that movie's terrible. Woo!